Yes. Otis, good day to you, my brother. How you feeling? Good day to you. Good day. You know how we like to start the day. I say good day to you. You say it back. This way we can get the positive and productive vibes moving and flowing throughout the universe. Good day, Legs for Life. How you feeling? You know, we say good day over here. We do not mourn each other. We give productive and positive vibes over here. So when you mourn something, regardless of how you spell it, the words, the spelling, the phonics of it, it still has the same connotation. So that's why I say good day, because we are above ground. Every single day is a beautiful thing. So that's why Legs for Life, we say good day over here. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Nice. It's good to be out in the streets. Me, the baby girls, they in violin practice right now, and then they got to go to acting class later, and then they probably gonna hang out for a little bit. So I got some time. I got some time. Thank you, Legs for Life. Let me drop this link just in case anybody want to join me and hang out with me on this beautiful Saturday. Let me do this. Good day, Dakima Renee. How y'all feeling? Put those airplanes in the sky. You know we flying high. Take a look. Drop the link. Anybody want to hang out with me? As we start our day off correctly with greatness, productivity. Man, it's always seemed like, I don't know, 2024 seems like we always start off. It seems like it's just everything's just starting off in truth this year. And it's I think it's a beautiful thing. I think we're gonna weed out a lot of the bullshit. Because I think in our lives we were seeing a lot of gaslighters succeeding, and I think they are not going to succeed as much this year. I think as the year progresses, more and more people. What's today's topic? I have a couple of things in my mind. I didn't get a chance to title it because I was sleeping. Woke up to an empty house. I was like, oh shit, forgot. I had a show scheduled. I was thinking about, first, I was going to start the day talking about age gap dating and how this is a strong topic that people feel is a route to success for relationships. And I don't see it at all. I do not see the point of it. I do not see how it's beneficial. I think it's kind of weird. The reason why I wanted to bring it up because I seen something about Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp talking about he only want to date younger women. And I think it's weird, but I think it's weird because I think it's predatory on both sides. On the side of the male, the older man that wants to date a woman that's younger because she is more impressionable. She's went through life a little, she hasn't went through enough life lessons. So he's able to teach her, and that's what makes him feel adequate as a man. I think that's predatory. That means that you cannot hold your wits with a grown human being. It's a problem. I have a problem with that. Don't come after my little baby because I have beautiful baby girls. And I can't imagine my 22-year-old daughter dating somebody my age. That would be a problem for me. I would personally feel like I done something wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case for all. Of course not. And some men that's out there that genuinely get with a younger woman, and it's just they getting with a younger woman. How much older did you date, Legs for Life? How much older? What was the oldest you dated? So my problem with it is that I don't see it lasting long term. People that usually date with huge age gaps, it's not a long term thing. The older man, he wants some of that good old sweet young fresh vagina. That's how they call it. which is weird to me. But that's how they framed the conversation. And then on the other side, the younger woman that's dating the older man, she's getting what she gets. She's getting that stability. She's getting education from him, whether that's whatever life lessons they learn together, and she gets to rest in her young femininity. She gets to have fun, but they don't last too long, and I just don't see how it can. A 20-year age gap. What happens when she turns now? She's 40, and you 60. I mean, some of these nowadays with the medicine, these older men are in pretty great shape. They are moving pretty well. But also the women that's out there just chasing these older men, they are being predators as well. Because they know they're going to have that man 1 foot in and 1 foot out the grave as well. But to each his own. So he's getting the sex that he wants and the submission that he wants from a younger woman and a woman that's less life experienced. And she's getting money, lifestyle, things that are older, that a man her age most likely in majority cannot afford. So that's why that's happening. So I get it. It's kind of weird to me. But then on the other side, on the flip side of things, is a growing community of cougars. And I think that looks very predatory as well. They got these older women chasing down these younger men. For what reason? Because they got a strong back. That is it. So when I dated, if my kid's father was still alive, he would have been 60 this year. And how old are you? I have no idea how old you are. He would have been 60 this year. And what's the age gap? So the same thing with the woman. The women are, when there's an age gap with the women and the younger men, again, it seems like it's only for the sex. So to me, age gap dating is strictly for the dickly. It don't got nothing to do with relationships. So it was another, I don't see it as relationship wise. I see it as purely physical. And that's why I think it's, y'all was 10 years apart. The last woman I dated was 10 years older than me. Legs for life. Okay. Legs for life is fluid, I'm assuming. She don't care who she dating. She's dating a human being, and that's all that matters to you. That's awesome. I think only women could do that as well. It is not acceptable for men to go in and out the fluidity of sex. I think that's another thing women got over men, right? To each his own. But okay, 42, he'd have been 60. That's a big age gap difference. That would have been a huge age gap difference. But I think most of the time, you think so too, Legs? Yeah. I think for the most part, age gap dating is strictly about sex. It really don't. I would say, in my mind, I would go as far as saying the 90% of age gap dating is strictly about sex. Nothing else. It's not about companionship. It's not about a relationship. It's not about building no family. It is strictly about getting their backs blown off by the ladies and the men just getting their rocks off with a young girl that he don't have to have deep conversations with. He don't have to debate with her about anything. He's always teaching her. She's always listening because she got so much to learn from somebody that's much older, at least perceived as having so much knowledge. Because now when he's dating somebody his own age, he cannot keep up with the intellect. He cannot keep up with his solutions. He cannot keep up mentally at all. He can't keep up in any shape or form, which is I find very interesting. So it seems to be that men that are dating, that are producing this age gap theory, even Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, as I played the video, even them, maybe they cannot compete with women intellectually. They cannot hold a conversation. That's why they want to teach a younger person how to move around throughout this world. That's why he don't want to date. So like what's that woman name? Ebony K. Williams. He can't do that. He don't know how to have a conversation with somebody like that. That's what it sounds like to me. So let's no, I don't want to do that. Let me see. I got to find the post first. Let's see it. Shannon Sharpe, Chad Ochocinco talking about dating younger women. I'm not too sure about how I feel about this. He said, y'all didn't say nothing about Stella when Stella went and got her groove back. But what was the age difference between them two? I don't remember that movie. I never watched it, so I don't know. It's easier to mind fuck a younger mate. Absolutely. It's all about sex and money. You absolutely correct, Lace for Life. I don't think it has anything to do with nothing else. People want to act like it does. You know, they are looking for relationships and submission and this and that. How you doing, Flora? But they ain't looking for none of that. They are looking to take advantage of another human being. And that's what it looks like to me. Yes, is it a grown adult? It is. But we're going to see what Ocho and Unc is talking about.
Men want to date these young girls that can be old enough, that can be young enough to be their daughters, and don't find that creepy. I respond to say, I don't know why these women be in everybody's business and don't find that creepy.
That's kind of, it's funny. I can say to the least, that's funny. He said, I don't know why these women want to be in everybody's business and don't find that creepy. That's funny. You learn a lot from these old people? Definitely. I just that was kind of funny. I give him that. Go ahead, Unc.
But what? Hold on. But if Stella can get her groove back, Shay gonna get his groove back.
Come on, so now you're saying Stella gonna get her groove back. So I disagree with that. I don't think, well, at least I don't remember how the movie goes. Maybe y'all could correct me. When Stella got her groove back, this man was much younger. I thought he was just a Caribbean man. Like what was the age gap in the movie? I thought it was just her getting into a breakup with her husband, caught him cheating. She went to an island to go hang out, and then some man that she didn't know, he was not established. He was some kind of fisherman or something like that. He was the one that beat the brakes off that pussy. That's what I thought Stella got her groove back was all about. It's about her just letting herself go and having sex with. Yeah, I guess maybe he was younger, but how much younger was he? So let's keep it going. I'm not sure. I never actually watched the movie. How Stella got her groove back. I don't watch movies like that. Not interested in those movies.
Shay got his groove back.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't say no for Stella, because I remember I went to the movie and you clap it. Yeah, child. Do it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, Shay trying to get his groove back. That's a problem.
It is.
Yeah. It's a double standard. Depending on, and sometimes this is what they try to do. Older women, this is what older women try to do. Older women will guilt trip you. They will guilt trip you into why you dealing with younger women, and because ain't nobody picking us. I mean, at the end of there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody, and you're.
I don't know why.
So if it's somebody for everybody, why does somebody got to be the same age as your child? That's ridiculous for you to say at the same fucking sentence. What up, the fever? Good day to you, brother. How you feeling? That's ridiculous to say. It's somebody for everybody. So go find that somebody within your age group. The hell wrong with you, bro? You tell me that somebody have not even been born yet? So you 25 and you want to date somebody 20 years old. So you mean tell me when you was 25 out there wheeling and dealing, your significant mate, your soulmate wasn't born yet, is what you're trying to explain? That is insane to me. Absolutely ridiculous. That is an excuse to be a predator to me. The women, their age don't want them. That is the truth. That's what's really going on. They cannot find, when they try to act like the women within their age range, it's so disgusting and nasty. But no, that's not the truth. The truth is that you cannot date the women within your age group because you don't have the intellect to date within your age group. You cannot hold the conversation besides sex or teaching somebody. And if somebody's within your age group, you have the same intellect. You can't teach them, so therefore you feel less than a man. That's a you problem. That ain't the woman's problem. That's you. You are the one that's fucked up, homie. You can't hold the conversation, so therefore you want to date younger because now this woman's going to listen to everything you say because you have the success. So now they're going to be talking and they're going to be saying, hey, listen, this is what you need to do. You go ahead and you go invest in Disney. For the next 10 years, you're only 20. So you start investing in Disney when you're 22 now. And then now when you turn 42 in the next 20 years, you should have this amount of money if you put this kind of money inside of it. And she's going to be like, oh, man, you so smart, intelligent. It's all bullshit. What up, Aaron? Oh, good day to you. It's all bullshit. He cannot date within his age range. You crazy? Shannon Sharp about 50. How old is Taraji P. Henson? She 50 as well. That woman looks good. What's that other woman name? Regina Hall. Regina Hall, she about 50. Guess what? She look good. What, you want to keep going? Tracy Ellis Ross. How old is she? About 50. She look good. The problem is he can't compete with a woman his age, so he got to go younger. He got to go somebody that he is clearly have the authority over. That's the only way he is going to be able to build a relationship. It's the only way he's going to get the so-called submission that people be looking for and asking for, even though most people that is getting submission and all these things from their woman, they never actually speak about it within a relationship. It's weird. But we're gonna let them kill themselves with their words.
Oh, I don't know why dating them. I'm like, baby, you didn't have a chance no matter what your age was. you could just like, no, you had zero chance, less than zero, a negative integer. But Ocho, whatever happened to be with somebody that makes you happy?
Right.
That used to be the thing. Oh,
right.
I don't care. He or she makes me happy. Now, well, if they need to make you happy, but they need to be at a certain age.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It needs to be within your age range, without a doubt. It needs to be in your age range. It needs to be in your intellect range. Go after somebody within your age range. Unless you're an older human being, if you're an older male and you didn't have no children, that'd be the only way I could kind of maybe understand it. Because I don't think no woman that's 50. If you 50, you ain't gonna find no woman like Regina Hall. If she don't have no children now, I'm pretty sure she don't want no children now. So unless you want fucking children, I don't see why would you date somebody so much younger. Because for me personally, this is just me. If something was to happen, I had to go back into the dating world. I'm not going to date somebody that, first of all, that is that much younger and most likely they don't have children. Because I know after I put it on them and after they hang out with me, they see all my attributes, they are going to want me to be the father of their children. Especially after they see how great of a job I did with mine. They're like, what? Your children, they all graduated high school a year or two before. What? You had your children in college at 16? What? All your children play instruments? What? All your children write music? What? Your children be writing books? What? You're crazy. So I would not date a younger woman for those reasons because I do not want her to want to have my children at this point in my life. I ain't running around no little. My grandkids, I run after them, but I give them back. Here, y'all seen her. She was here the other day. She hung out with me for the whole week, but I gave her ass back. That's the beauty of a grandkid. You give it back. It's a fetish, I guess. I like to think. That's all I'm saying. So what is the purpose of me being 50 years old dating somebody 20 years younger than me? Other than sex, because I don't want no goddamn children. Most men at 50 do not want children. Why the hell would I hinder my life after I built this shit up when I'm 50? And now that I got the most freedom I ever had in my goddamn life, because now I could go where I want. I got the money that I got my passport. I could travel. I could move out and about as I please. And then I want to hinder myself by having a little baby at 50 on my hip. Shit, y'all got me fucked up. No, I raised my children to be in college by 16, not me personally. I didn't make it to goddamn college because of how about the lifestyle I chose. However, I did my best and I worked as hard as I can to make sure my children do not follow the same lifestyle that I had. Completely different lifestyles. And at 50, I'm not willing to redo that shit because it takes a lot of goddamn work and a lot of patience. And I'm running out of it. This last one, which is a natural born feminist, I'm pretty sure when she get older, she's going to be in these YouTube. She's giving motherfuckers hell. I'm pretty sure she is. Because she is fucking off the chain. That's what that lady is. I'm going to bring up somebody to the show. He is the biggest troublemaker in this space. And so yeah, so that's what it is. And what up, TBE? It's only about sex with a younger woman. That is it. That is true. It is all about sex for both sides. When a younger man is dating an older woman, it's about sex as well. I don't swear. I promise you, it wasn't me. I didn't raise her to be a feminist. She herself, she was born into feminism. Like it is in her brain. Like she came out, she see me, she's like, the hell you do? You're not my daddy. I was like, what the hell wrong with you, kid? That kid is insane. She's all about women. She only like women. And y'all not gonna believe who I got here. Ain't no way. Let me give him the special because he is all for women. He is always got their back. So I'm gonna give him the special simp music. Because I know he's going to 100% agree with me. I know he's going to 100% agree with me that older men dating younger women is strictly only about the vagina. It don't have nothing to do with any kind of relationship. It don't have nothing to do with companionship. It don't have nothing to do with intellect. And it's all about he could put that woman into submission because she has less life experiences.
You need more water. That's your problem.
Let me
I'm gonna just tell you that now. That's part of the problem. I think you off on Shannon Sharpe. I personally don't really care much about age gap dating. I think it's not as much as we proclaim that it actually is. But if you were to use anecdotal experience, right? I'm guessing if you go, when's the last time you seen a broke older guy messing with a attractive young girl?
Ooh.
I've never seen it.
Ooh, that's a bar.
So it's safe to say reasonably those people pick each other because they fit certain desires that one or the two have. Now, I actually think it's generational. So I've seen couples that are 90 years old and the wife be 75 years old, 79 years old, right? And that's then, right? And obviously it's not all the time, but as we progress, it's got shorter and shorter for many different reasons, right? But I think in this newer generation, it just doesn't happen often. The thing that happens is men with money, you could say, i.e. Shannon Sharpe, he don't need to meet no woman intellectual. He already him. So I don't need to debate nothing intellectually. I'm not trying to learn nothing from you. I'm him. So I don't need no Ebony K. Williams to come in here and think she can compete with me, because it actually does put, when you describe it, it actually talks about a competitiveness.
And these men are afraid to be competitive, even in relationships.
No, they don't want to be. And that's the difference. Like, just like these women don't want to provide, they don't want to, not that they're incapable. If a woman says, you, I make $200,000 a year and my man better make as much money, it's not that she's not capable. She does not want to. Men are more than capable. They don't want to.
Right. So the women, so for example, with the women that want to do that, most women don't want to work. I learned that the hard way. I tried to send my way back out into the workforce other than working for me. She came back within a couple hours. She said, I told them motherfuckers, kiss my white ass. I was like, God damn, okay, babe. They told her to put her hair a certain way. She said, what? She left. Yeah. Right. So, but now, so the problem is that, so I believe that the men, they do want to have those debates with their women. They do want to have those conversations with those women. And that's why they want the younger woman, because when they have the conversations with that younger woman, they just win those conversations. They can't absolutely win the conversation with somebody with the same intellect is their problem, because now the back and forth is a little bit more equal and they both have good points, and he cannot concede to her because he gonna feel less than.
Now, my experience, this is younger people. Older people don't really engage in these conversations that much, right? But like I said, it's generational. They don't really converse the way that I want my best friend to be my, and everything we talk about.
I'm going to bring you to Brooklyn, brother. I'm gonna let you let mama and papa talk. You're like, I can't believe these conversations from these old folks.
So let me ask you, realistically, right? Do you see men win those debates with their women? Because if that's what you're indicating, that men do want to have these conversations, do you see positive engagements when they're debating back and forth? Because I don't.
I believe so, because I do it all the time. Whenever I'm debating with my woman, and so women in general, that's in my interest. Me having, because my wife, she don't agree with nothing I say until I say, hey, she like, damn, you got it again.
Okay, so what debates do you lose?
Zero. The only debates, I never lost a debate. I think I'm like me and Cassidy, we got the same record, 5,000-0.
So let me ask you then, do you think you want to be with someone that can beat you in a debate?
Absolutely. 100%. I am what those women be talking about, that staple sexual thing. I love mind fucking a person. It brings me great joy that we could go back and forth with our minds, throwing sexual innuendos while also having a great intellectual conversation with, I'm talking about with a relationship, of course. And we are going back and forth with I absolutely enjoy it. And usually the woman enjoys it even more.
It's very possible.
I don't just sex them physically, I also sex them mentally as well.
And that's I'm PG-13 over here. I don't even got time for all that. No. I'm saying when I see men that speak, they say, happy wife, happy life. She's the boss. She's in charge. Like, they concede to it, which means they ain't trying to argue with her. They ain't trying to debate with her. So that's the problem, right? Those men go, I know better. So they're not looking for contentiousness in any way. And for women, they do the opposite. No, that's my man. He's in charge. He leads me, and I don't challenge him on those things. I support him. They say this is the stuff that they say. So now this theory that women want to compete intellectually with a man, most of them cannot, because women choose men typically that are smarter than them. They have a desire for it, because in my personal opinion, women that think that they're smarter than you, their default thinking is you're dumb. Not that. That's how women that are smarter than men think. They don't go, I'm just a tiny bit smarter than him. They go, he's dumb, because they're smarter than him. They don't know how to balance that difference, right? But when a woman typically choose, and you meet her man and you see her, if she really likes this guy and she's not manipulating him, as you would say, because you normally do it the opposite way, then she speaks highly of him, she's not smarter than him.
So I see it so much that it's more often than not that women are willing to date and be with and also submit to men that are intellectually dumber than them all the time. If he's physically and he could cook, he could clean, and he's running the household how it's supposed to. And I got you in 1 second. What the funk is this? Good day to them. Let me get I'm gonna bring you up in just 2 seconds. And when a woman is dating a man and he is a companion, they're not arguing, and he could just handle his man side, and her intellectual side is being somewhere else, she could easily be with that man. The problem comes is when them two starts to get in a relationship where they are hanging out with each other, and now he starts to feel less than a man, and now he picking arguments in the house and saying, hey, why did you? And because my friend told me, because he's stupid. So he allowed his friends to influence him. And then he gets dumb, and then he brings all those bullshit arguments into his household with this intellectual woman. Mm-hmm. And then that's how he gets his ass kicked out the goddamn house. And now he not understanding how she could keep moving throughout life without him because she is so much smarter. Also want to welcome to the stage. What the funk is this? Good day. What's your thoughts? I see you, GB General. You don't agree. And I also want to acknowledge the super chats. So shout out.
About to be a situation.
Shout out to LeGarrette, my dog, Aaron in the building. Salute to LeGarrette. Appreciate you for the financial support. Appreciate that. Seriously. So you don't think, Aaron, that women that are extremely smarter than a man, they are okay with him until he brings in the argument into the household?
No, you kind of just told on yourself and you don't realize you did it, right? If a woman is that intelligent and she understands men, and she believes that they need to feel a certain type of way, her intelligence will not allow her to deal with him. See, it's her. Yeah, it's her. Yeah. So you think an intelligent woman that understands men and goes, well, men that don't feel like they're smarter than me and don't think like this, it's going to be a problematic relationship. You think she's intelligent for picking a man like that? Explain to me how.
Because she's going to respect that man for him being maybe a mechanic. He's very protective. He's tall. He got good genetics physically because he's muscular. He's tall. He speaks sternly. He's protective. He got 70% of all the things that she wants, because an intelligent person will accept somebody that has 70 to 75% of everything that they want. They say, he's a little brute, but I'm going to accept him because he handles at least 75%. And then, but later on, that 25 to 30% that he is missing, those shortcomings that he starts to push that out into the relationship. Now they start arguing, and she's like, what the fuck happened to you? Are you going through a mental breakdown, sir? Who are you? And why you act like that with me? I don't have no problems with you. I'm bringing home the money. You go ahead, you being a mechanic. I'm not complaining about you being a mechanic, coming home smelling all greasy. We got a child together. Mm-hmm. You live in my fucking house. Mm-hmm. Why are you arguing with me?
There, right there. You live in my house. It's not ours. A woman who really thinks that she's smarter than you will always end up throwing that right in your face. My pawpaw said, never get with the woman who swears that she's smarter than you. It's nothing but a headache in the big picture. Again, we got to stop looking at let's get married. We're supposed to be trying to find the women we're supposed to be growing old with. We have to look beyond that. And as we get older, you do not want to be with that woman who swears she's smarter than you and wants to argue you down until you submit. Because women, dumb or smart, can out-argue the greatest man.
And I disagree. So that's the problem. So now when that man is dumber than his woman, he recognizes that he is dumber than his woman. He is trying to out-argue his woman. And that is a dumb thing to do. And it's like, why are we having these conversations? You know I'm smarter than you. That's why you give me this things to handle. You give me the bills to handle. You give me this to handle. I handle this. I handle that. I handle our schedule. You go out there and be the damn brute that you are. Put a goddamn wrench in your hand and go start turning some shit. When you start thinking, that's when we have a fucking problem. Stop thinking.
That right there, if a man's not going to want to be with a woman who says shit like that. She's not.
Right. I understand. Like, so I'm putting the exaggeration on it, right? However,
the thing is, you're really
I'm saying
not,
is this.
No. How you said that is exactly how it comes out in arguments when it happens. So you think you're exaggerating, but that's really how the conversations will go.
Right. And that's only because the man himself, he feels less than his woman. Once he
No,
starts to
because
feel that insecurity of her being smarter than him, that's when the problems happen. And then now they have arguments within the house, and she's looking at you like, why are we arguing over something that has nothing that I care about? Me going out there and working and taking care of you, I already knew that my income potential was greater than yours. I never threw that in your face because I let you live with me.
Are you saying she's the leader? In
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Right. You make this so easy. Let me ask you this, right? Her being the leader, isn't it her responsibility to make him feel secure in his role?
Yes.
Yes. So if she's not doing that, then she's failing at that part of her role, correct?
No.
No. Okay. Explain to me how not.
Because for example, because we all know you got to choose your leader. That's the only way you can lead. So now when they are going through their rifts, at one point he chose her as a leader. He was respecting all the things that she was doing. And as things goes on, time goes on, and he started to have insecurities, he's starting to look at her like, no, I should be your leader. You shouldn't be leading me down this road to success that we have, even though we've been together for the past 7 years and we never had an argument. Now I'm going to start arguing because why you not listening to me? Why you not doing this? Why you not doing this? And she like, bruh, our relationship been good for the past 7 years. Why are you trying to change it now? So now he is rebelling against the success of the relationship. That's because he is dumb.
I mean, I will accept that answer as long as I know that's the same reason that women do it to the men. So, because if that's the argument, now we know why men say she changed on me. She just up and left. She didn't want to be in this role anymore. She no longer saw herself as just a mother and all these things. That type of viewpoint is basically what you just broke down on the opposite side. So it makes sense when these relationships are breaking down either way. She just stopped listening to me. She stopped wanting me to be the leader. That actually falls right in line. So relationships are breaking up properly and reasonably. I think you just solved a lot of relationship woes that people have.
I think
what's the phrase? We grew apart, right? That's what every woman says.
Yeah, so I think you tackled something by accident, and I think it's very true. And it's usually because women are producing this ideology to other women, the same way how the men, when they are being led by their woman, the other man is producing this ideology, and that man, that's why he starts going home, and then he starts arguing with his woman. So women are saying, "Oh, you just a mother? Oh, you just a housewife?" That just word sometimes it pierces a woman. You hear them all the time. Like, housewives is not proud to be housewives, and that's something that needs to be changed. Because being a housewife is an amazing and difficult and phenomenal goddamn gift and job, and it's awesome that the people that can get that is afforded to do it. But for some reason, it gets slighted. Like, that's all you are as a mother. And men, on the other hand,
would you consider a woman a housewife who doesn't homeschool her kids?
Say that again.
Would you consider a woman a housewife who's not homeschooling her kids?
It can be, because that might not be her skill set. It can be.
See, I think we need to start having different conversations about what a housewife is, especially because so much technology has made some of the typical things that a housewife was maybe 50 years ago a lot easier. Laundry, all the things that a housewife's job used to be have been micromanaged to technology. And I think that in our community, especially for young Black boys, we know how public school is not really built for young Black boys, and they end up getting kind of ostracized because they don't really fit into the system. I think as a community, we really need to start looking at homeschooling again. And the women who want to homeschool their kids, I consider those to be the women that men will actually provide for and pour all into, because that's a better housewife situation versus the women who just want to be housewives and chill at home.
So here's the problem with that. Most men do not want to choose a woman with those type of skills and attributes.
Do you really? I disagree. I think most men would absolutely prefer their women homeschool the kids versus them going into the public school systems.
The problem is they want Kim Kardashian to be the homeschool teacher, and she is not going to produce any. She's not going to be that type of woman. So if you want a woman that is going to be a homeschool situation that has patience, that has intelligence, first of all, you're going to have to go ahead and find somebody that is already a teacher, most likely. So you're going to have to find. Most people cannot teach. Most human beings cannot teach.
It
Most
depends
people
on
that
what you're
have
trying to.
their children being homeschooled, they have to hire tutors and they got to hire teachers to actually teach their kids.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
because they're dumb.
Yes. And then so now men are going to have to change their ideology and start
There's
looking for
the
women
curriculum.
with intelligence instead of beauty, the way how we talk about in today's day and age. They only looking for women that are younger because those younger women ain't going to be in the house willing to teach no little 2 and 3-year-old because she's 25. She just had a baby and her whole body snatched right back and she's going to go outside, take a picture with her ass out and say, 2 babies where? On the beach. So that 25-year-old
You really believe that majority of men think that way?
Say that again.
Do you really believe that majority of men believe that or
Do you want me
think
to
that
play?
way?
Do you want me to play Shannon Sharp again? Because he could tell you better than I can.
Yeah, play it again.
I just asked you a question. I asked, do you think majority of men really think that way?
Yes, majority of men absolutely think that way. They want to have a woman that shuts up. They want a woman that they are smart, that they are smarter than. So
No, I'm talking about the Kim Kardashian part.
They
that you
want
said
Kim Kardashian. They want Tiana Taylor. They want Taylor Swift. They want all these women that are promiscuous in the bedroom. They want them to submit to only them because they feel like they are the man and that they got this promiscuous woman. Just like how women, they out there chasing the man that is the player, and they trying to settle him down and say, look, I got the best vagina in the world, and that's why he chose me and not you, because all y'all bitches is corny until he met me. It's the same exact thing on both sides of the fence.
I think most men are just trying to have sex with those women.
And therefore, if they are just trying to have sex, they are not looking for a housewife. They are not looking for anybody.
No, but the men who are looking to be married, I believe that they would actually absolutely pour in and be willing to work harder for a woman who is willing to be a housewife and homeschool their kids. Versus, I don't think most men view housewives as a respectable. I just don't believe that most men believe that it's a respectable thing.
So we're shifting a little bit from the age gap to
for sure.
Okay. I wanted to run a theory by you guys, if you don't mind, that we had this conversation yesterday about how we can co-parent better in our community.
Right now, he wants to shift even more.
Go ahead. We're gonna bring it back, but go ahead. We're gonna allow you to shift the conversation, and we're gonna entertain the conversational shift, and then we're gonna bring it back to the age gap because we got some women that are age gap dating as well. That's gonna prove my point.
Okay,
but go ahead.
Majority of us are born outside of marriage anyway. So
say what?
A lot of majority of us in the Black community are born outside of marriage.
Okay, born. All right.
Okay. A lot of times in these conversations, everyone's solution is get married first. But I've seen multiple relationships and marriages fall apart anyway in their 40s and 50s. And I think as a community, what we need to actually do is form a different code of co-parenting. A lot of times in our community, especially on the women's side, it's the ability to co-parent is full of drama and bullshit. Instead of running to big daddy government to say, hey, you see your kids on this day, and instead of all that, I think we have to figure out a way to alleviate that and have a way where we co-parent without the government being involved. The solution would be that let's say, I don't know if you guys are in a fraternity, but I was speaking with some guys in my family who are Kappas, and I said, what would it be if your sister sorority would, with whoever you got with and had a child with, would never put you on the governmental child support? And what will happen is your fraternity holds you accountable to make sure that you're given a decent amount of money towards, and her sorority is also holding her accountable to make sure that she's letting you have 50-50 custody and seeing the kids. When the kids are with you, you're spending your money with them. When the kids are with the woman,
I'm gonna tell you what honestly goes down.
Just let me land. I only need 30 more seconds. And I know you're going to say it can't work. I absolutely believe that. Say it again.
Finish your thought.
Okay. Because again, if Black women truly love Black men the way that they say they do, then there's no reason that you would want that sort of a overhead around him for having a child with you. Meaning that if he doesn't do something right, he has to go to prison. And if women really understood what prison really is and how the system really, that man's having to fight off grape and all types of stuff. If we took the penalty away and just said, hey, let's be adults and figure this out, I think that we could actually co-parent in a much better way.
So that penalty is not going away because that's the law. And I don't think, and I don't really like limiting the conversation to race-based things, but feel free to. They're not going to just overnight within 6 months or 2 years say we're no longer going to do this. I mean, that doesn't make sense, but reasonably so. I think this is generational. I think younger people are co-parenting much better. They're much different than their previous generations. They're not doing the same things that previously happened. Most of the men that are complaining about or expressing themselves about child support, being in arrears, etc., are older men. There's not no 22-year-old guy, 23-year-old guy that has kids and things like that, because a lot of those times they already have a co-parenting relationship, unless you are honestly just a trash guy. And
you don't think that children alienation is still something that the younger generation is doing to men? I think that's part of our culture.
This is what really happens. This is the part that is missed a lot of times, and for some reason, I think because sometimes because men are the ones that's arguing about it, they feel like they got to defend men that are good fathers. The problem is that most of these men that get involved in these cases, they are piece of shit men. That's the truth.
We're not gonna do most though.
Oh yes, most of them are piece of shit.
Shit men because of what? Because of their financial ability, or
because they never wanted a child. Because they never wanted a child with that woman in the first place, and that's why they couldn't co-parent. In this day and age, just like what Aaron is saying, the reason why we have less of this vitriol for younger men is because they go into like, hey, listen, you about to have this kid, we ain't together, and we're gonna co-parent the best way we possibly can. They don't have no arguments the way how back in the days it, because they did not even want the child. These young men today, they like, hey, listen, we ain't gonna work out. We know what our relationship is, but we're gonna raise this kid the best way I can. That's how come you see these fucking weird ass baby showers with two baby mothers at the same time. They having a baby shower together. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's crazy. We see it more often than not now, but back then that wasn't happening. So in this day and age, the young men are more willing to co-parent from the jump. Back in the days, men they was like, man, get rid of that baby. They like, fuck you, I'm having a baby anyway. And then now they go on child support. And that's what really actually happens. I also want to welcome Truth is Love is in the building. Also, Brownsville, New York. Good day to see you.
Peace and love, cuzzo. Peace and
Good
love.
morning, my brothers.
Peace and love to the other brothers on the panel. Peace and love to all the listeners. Everybody in the chat game. Salute to y'all, man. I hope y'all having a great weekend. I'm just coming to tapping in with you, cuzzo. Trying to break bread with you, man. Slow weekend for me. You know what I'm saying? I got them two teenagers, so really.
So I think that's what the funk is missing. He's missing the fact that a lot of the men that are on child support, sad to say, they are piece of shit men. I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't
believe
that. That's a little outlandish.
You don't have to believe it. I'm just telling you what it is. I spoke to them before.
Wait, so because you spoke to some people, you believe that's what it is?
So what's
the men that go through the ringer and they go through child support, they don't go to jail. Why not? Because they'll pay that little $50 that they get, and then add some more on top of it because they know that money ain't enough. Most women, they getting $25 to $50 a week in child support. It's not this $300 a week thing that most people talk about on the internet. You know how I know? Because I have to pay it for most of these men.
You have to pay child support for men?
Yes, because when you have a business, the business is the one that actually pays the child support. But that's neither here or there.
We got to go all the way down the rabbit hole, Sharon.
All right, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to the age gap data because.
Okay.
So what's the,
hold on? We're talking about age gap.
That's what we was attempting to talk about. Yes, we're talking about age gap data.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And how it doesn't work, and that is a predatory situation. Most people that are age gap dating, they are only dating for sex. They are not dating for companionship. Most of these men that are dating younger women, they cannot hold a conversation with women of their age group. They cannot intellectually have a conversation with women of their age group. They have nothing to do with those women's looks, because women nowadays in 50s, they are looking phenomenal.
That's lies. So let's go into that's lies. These women are not looking phenomenal. You're picking some women. Now let me ask you this: predatory, right? So this, so what does that mean when you say that? Because I'm not exactly sure. My guess is that you're not saying a man when a woman says a man needs to chase after me. He needs to be going after me. You wouldn't consider it, even if he's 1 year older than her, as a predator, because she's asking him to chase after her, the hunt, etc. So what is this predator? In which way do you mean it?
Negative.
So in my idea, so when a woman says that she's getting chased by this man and he is hunting her, it's not in a prey type of situation. She is playing. She's using that terminology as playing hard to get. She want to make sure that this man is who he said he is. So it's also similar to when the peacock show is feathers. Let me see how big your feathers are. I want you to chase me. The other animals that gotta pound their chests, and these other animals, all these male animal kingdoms, very similar. They always peacock, and that's where we get the whole term from. They want to show and entice the woman to say, hey, yes, I choose you, because the woman ultimately have to choose you. Even though he's chasing her, she still have to choose you.
So women ain't choosing guys.
Women are choosing them.
So they are choosing guys. So
yes.
They're the predators.
No.
Okay. I'm listening now. You
no. So when it's an age gap, it's predatory, right? So because the man, as Shannon,
it's automatically predatory.
Yes, it's automatic because the men and women that are age gap dating, they are saying that, listen, the reason why me as a man, I don't want to date, if I'm 50, I do not want to date another 50 to 45-year-old woman, because this woman's one that she's gonna want to debate. She want to challenge intellect. She want to challenge my leadership. She has I cannot teach anything. I cannot tell her about Martin Luther King and all this other bullshit that these men were saying. they want to raise this little girl up. But the problem.
Wait, this is a good point. Let me just. Okay, so we've all been in high school before. We've all known girls who went after the military dudes who were 26 and they were maybe 16 or 17. Were they the predators? Were the girls who were in high school who lied about their age to get with older military men? Who was the predator?
The male.
Even though the girls lied about their age.
Yes.
How? If the woman is lying about her age, knowing to try to get benefits that military men have, you're still trying to tell me that the man's the predator for not knowing the age and the woman who lied about their age isn't?
Yes.
Make sense.
Yeah.
I can, but I don't want GBG Jones to lose this story, and I would attack that as well. Yeah. But go ahead, General.
I just want clarity on this. Women are saying that these older guys don't want to date us. They want younger women because they're more impressionable. They can control them, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Those same women think that those men their age fit them better because the men are as smart as them. The men are as attractive as them. Because that's the only way that makes sense.
So do the women want to date their age group?
No. That's not my question. I'll reiterate. If women are saying these guys older, they don't want to date us because they can't, they can manipulate us, and they're saying that they're more attractive, whatever the case, they just can't handle us. If that's the case, are those women indicating that those same men should be with them because they acknowledge those men are intelligent, smart, and those women want to be with those men? Or those men have a good point, like, you don't even want me anyway, so I should mess with the ones that would.
I absolutely think that those women want to date within their own age range. Yes. Older women want to date something closer to their age range, so they can have conversations, so they can have the same dance moves, they could listen to the same music, they can watch the same music, have the same conversations. They do not want somebody that is extremely younger than them, unless it's pertaining to a strong back. That's the only reason why people do age gap dating on both genders.
So these guys are more than adequate for these women.
These men they should be, but mentally they're not. They cannot meet these women's intellect. So a 50-year-old man, this 50-year-old man cannot meet this 50-year-old woman's intellect. That is the issue. It don't have nothing to do with attraction.
Be with somebody whose intellects he matched in.
Say that again.
So he should be with somebody that's younger because his intellect will match her, because we're looking for matchmaking.
No, but see, that's the problem. So I got you, Truth. I know. Thank you for being patient, Truth. So here's the problem. he is not intellectually matching with that young woman neither, because he don't care nothing about her intellect. All he cares about her is listening. He's saying, hey, you should do this, you should do that. And she's
You're
like, oh,
moving the
that sounds
goalpost,
good.
Sharon.
That sounds good. There's no intellectual conversation happening when it's the older man and the younger woman. He is just teaching. He just
so who's the option for the dumb 40, 50-year-old man? And what option does he have?
So let me ask you a question.
Wait. What option does the old dummy have?
To get smarter.
That's bullshit, and you know it.
All right, so Sharon,
Sharon's just talking on his ass.
when we talk about, all right, so
you move the
those of us
goalpost
with
4 times.
grandparents are still around, right?
Say that again. Start over because Sway was being disrespectful. Go ahead, True.
For those of us who grandparents
Real
are still around, or for those that has, do you know the average age gap difference between, you talking about the people in, you know, that was the 30s, the 40s, and that was coming up? It was roughly between, we're talking about probably 6 or greater.
Okay.
6 years or greater. And those relationships still to this day, where if you're seeing people where they got 40 and 50 years behind them and they're in their 80s and stuff like that, they start off from that.
Right, but
so my question is, now this is my question. Now you go to those people and they're blissfully in love. The man is great. He never hurt me. He never did anything to me. Is he still a predator?
No, so because me and Aaron already had that. No, because that was a different time. So in this day and time, it's moving a little differently. Back then it was just a different time, and people just thought differently. So
now hold on, follow me
and Aaron already, we tried to move it to like present day because the mentality is just completely different. Yeah.
Okay, now follow me from here. So you're saying that it's not about the act itself. It's about what time frame we're in.
Yeah, and we was framing a conversation in today's time.
No, so that's so okay. So because it's not 1950, it's 2024. That means it's wrong, not the act of doing it.
Yeah, so so the 1950 is a completely different animal. People was giving their daughters up to men. Men was going like it's just completely different. So I think that just the mentality now is that these older men, we had this 50-year-old man. He was just walking down the street. They asked him for an interview, and he said he looking for somebody 25.
So okay, so right and wrong.
He said himself that, you know, women his own age group, they want to challenge him, and he cannot compete intellectually. Is the problem that we are having with most men, older men dating down. They got to date dumb. They got to date beneath.
So right and wrong doesn't transcend time?
Then what?
No, I don't think so.
Whoa.
I got 2 questions, but I'm gonna let y'all.
Okay, interesting.
Guess what? We're gonna introduce Sway into the conversation. I want the LA Project to jump in there as well. So we're gonna go Sway, LA Project, Brownsville, New York, and then I'm gonna keep on kicking the general's ass.
So if I could debate, argue, compete, but I don't want to do it with my woman, then what would be the argument there?
That you're not looking for a relationship.
So a relationship is supposed to be arguing?
No, it's a relationship. You got to have compromises. You're gonna have debates. You're gonna have conversations. It's not just you rule the other human beings.
No, that's not what I said either.
Because most people believe that a debate is an argument, and it's not.
Well, I literally said, I named them all, right? I said, if I don't want to do those things, then you said that I can't be in a relationship.
Because you're not looking for one. Correct.
That's not
you're
true.
Looking for so if you're not looking to intellectually have anything with your partner, you are not looking for a relationship. That right there is just strictly sex.
That's not true either.
What?
No, what are you talking about, Sharon?
So you mean to tell me if I do not want to speak to my woman, I don't want to talk with my woman, I don't care what her thoughts is, I don't want to have no conversation with her.
Jump from one extreme to the other to prove the point.
Okay, so Sway, what is a relationship without conversations and disagreements?
That's 2 different things that you said just now.
No, he said he do not want to debate his. All right, so frame the question again. So maybe I misunderstood what you said.
I said if I don't want to constantly debate and argue and go back and forth, and I can and I know how to, but I choose not to, then what is that?
And those are different things.
Right, because he conflating arguing and disagreements and debating as one thing. So, but what I'm saying is that so if you take those things out of a relationship, if you take those things out of it, so now, all right, so I never had an argument with my woman, not one time. We've been together 16 years.
I said I know they're all different. That's why I said them all.
Okay. So now, if you're not able to debate and compromise and have conversations,
I didn't say I wasn't able to. I said I didn't want to.
You don't want. Okay, so you don't want to debate your woman. You don't want to argue with your woman. You don't want to conversate with your woman.
Sharon,
so what do you want to do?
I didn't want to conversate with my woman. I can conversate with my woman without debating and arguing.
So what is that then? You don't want to talk to her.
It's called a discussion.
Right. All those things is about conversations, debating.
But it's not debating and
arguing.
arguing. No, I don't have to argue with you.
I have a question.
What the fuck?
I have a question.
Go ahead, LA Project.
I'm sorry. Good day to everybody.
Good day to you,
sweetie.
Hey. So just in terms of a man and a woman, from a man's perspective, I'm just curious, what constitutes an argument? Is it tone? What is it? You know, because I hear this a lot. And if a woman speaks her mind, or she doesn't agree, or she needs more clarification, I feel like sometimes the way that she conveys that message needs to be totally censored. So I'm asking, from a man's perspective, what constitutes as an argument?
That's a good question. I'm gonna let the General start first. We're gonna go to General, and Truth is Love. Seems like he want to answer tackle as well. So go ahead, General. What constitutes an argument with a woman, or with your mate, I should say?
Disagreement. So
that's the technical term.
Well, no, I'm saying in the sense of if I say I think this or that, and you disagree with it, and then it continues to persist, right? So if we're not coming to middle ground here, then it becomes an argument. It's like, no, I believe this. No, well, I believe this. And we're not saying, so let's do this. And it's going back and forth by, no, it needs to be this way, or I believe this way. Back and forth is when it becomes an argument, I believe.
I think it becomes an argument when the language switches from cordial language to condescending language. When the tone reaches a point to where you're talking over each other, kind of like what happens in this space, right? When someone talks, someone says something that someone else disagrees with, and then they jump in while they're still talking. And then now all of a sudden you can't hear what anybody's saying. That's an argument, right? I believe you can have a healthy disagreement with your spouse without it resulting into condescending language, gaslighting, cursing one another out, because Aaron, you're not going to always agree. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts, your ideology, your vision might be different from your wife's vision. And if you're not willing to listen to what her vision is and what her ideology is, and really, really hear her out, maybe you'll miss the common ground that needs to be had. So it works both ways. Yes.
Well, that's not what Aaron said.
I want to be in a marriage, and like I said, I'm in a marriage right now going on 24 years. Right? We built a wonderful life together. But my wife isn't my subordinate.
Well, right. Brownsville, that's not what Granville's. I'm not Granville. Aaron said.
Yeah, that definitely.
What Aaron said
so also I want to get. Also, I want to get Truth's thoughts as well. Get Truth. Let me hear your thoughts on what's an argument, so we can get a base on what an argument is.
Yeah. So again, these words have meaning, and when you talk about argument, it's just an exchange of opposing views. That's what an argument is. This means we having a difference.
Technically, right?
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna deal with that from the foundation first. Now, if you're talking about having a negative connotation, so that's what I think we're talking about. If we're arguing to the point where it's becoming toxic, it usually happens with men when we have said something that we deem that you should directly understand, because we put it in simplest terms, and you're still overtly combating or going against it.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
That's usually when things get, it's like, okay, I know I know that you're intelligent and you're smart, and we're dealing with common sense right now, but because of the fact that it's different, you want to have a conversation, or just to what is it called, being a contrarian right now. You're directly contradicting what I'm saying just for the sake of it. So now you're creating a problem.
So I think the argument part, it gets first of all, people need to learn how to argue. That's number one. And the problem is that most people cannot explain their position. They want to say something, but they cannot really express it. A lot of these men in these spaces, what we are learning is that they have alexithymia. They do not have the vocabulary to express how they are feeling with themselves at the moment. And then that's when they have problems with the women that they have in the conversation. Hey, babe, I think we should move like that. Why are you asking me these questions? Because they don't really have the words to express.
So this is another.
That's when it turns into a bitter argument, because they do not have the intellect to self-reflect on their own thoughts and where they came from to express it with the woman that is in their level or their age group. And that's why they date younger, because that young woman say, okay, babe, let's see if it works.
And not only do they not have the intellect,
say,
Sharon, they also don't even have the humility to be willing to allow their spouse or significant other to share her vision, because they think, I'm the man, I got too much pride, I know it all. You speak, I tell you to speak. I'll listen to you when I want to listen to you. Instead of approaching topic, any thought with a level of humility, allows you to understand, well, maybe her idea could possibly be better than mine. So let me listen.
Yes. So Sharon, this is another thing that I think is a lot that creates a lot of problems. It's not that sometimes you got to understand that there's a situation where a lot of people become, affected when somebody is dealing with a certain level of intelligence. And I'm talking about on the woman's point of view. Let's say a woman is used to dealing with a man, like how back in the day that, the man used to work and drop off the check. Huh? What? I can't hear you.
No, I have a goddamn a troll in the back.
Oh, okay.
He want to have a conversation with. So let the troll for a second, because this is what he likes to do. He want to interrupt a good conversation because
hold on. Let me just say this, and then y'all can do the thing. Let me just say this. So back in the day, we used to have with the Neanderthals, they just go to work, they drop the check off, and the woman handles everything. What I notice is when you have the reverse of that, where you are dealing with a man that can articulate himself, is intellectually sound, makes sound decisions, is organized, and all these things, he trumps his woman in that she then now looks to herself like, okay, then what can I do for you or provide for you when you do not ask me to do anything? You handle everything. You are more intelligent than me. You're more smarter than me. You can articulate yourself. You can convey what you're saying, but you just go directly from point A to point B quickly, not have a drawn out conversation. I want to solve this problem and I want to get it done overly, instead of spending all day having a drawn out conversation for no damn reason, just for the sake of talking. For me, that's very feminine to do, to just have a conversation just for the sake of it. When the whole idea of what a man does, we solve the problem. What's the problem? All right, you need that done. All right, let's go get it done.
So here's the problem. The problem is that most men think they supposed to choose a woman and they supposed to fix their woman. I'm gonna find me a woman that is already fixed.
No, I say fix a woman.
I'm not going to fix her. So when she's coming to me and she's talking to me, that means she just needs to vent. She needs to just get her thoughts out in the open. Sometimes she just needs understanding. She just want to be understood. She don't need you to fix it. I'm never going to pick a woman that I need to fix. She might need some understanding, because a lot of the time, especially when you have children, you don't have adult conversations for most of your relationship until they get 16, and then now you can get back to having regular conversation. But the music that we listen to, Wheels on the Bus, like that shit is annoying. The conversations that you have and you teaching this young kid how to be an adult, that shit gets annoying when you do it for the past 15 years. Now you want to have a regular conversation with your mate is what happens. And now these men, they get frustrated because they women want some adult time and they don't know how to express and understand that they women just want adult time. They're not trying to bicker and beef with you. They just want to be heard. Shut the fuck up and be that stoic person that what you were talking about as well.
That's
be
called
in your
gossip.
masculine, rest in your fucking masculinity, and let that woman
That's
talk and
called
shut up and
gossip.
stop trying to fix her.
Sharon,
It's called gossip.
yeah, I wanted to add to that because
That's not gossip.
I think that's a really
Literally,
good
that's
point.
what it is.
I think that's a really good point because I believe a lot of people who are in these spaces, that's exactly what they're looking for. They're looking for some type of adult interaction, you know, to separate them from whatever other conversations that they have within their day, whether it be predominantly business or predominantly family
That means you
geared or
need a
whatever.
wife.
They just want to kind of like get away a little bit. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people come on here and have these conversations. So I think it's important. And it goes back to also what you were saying, Sharon, about wanting to be interested in your mate. You know what I mean? Their thought process, like everything. You want them to understand because you might not always be there. You know what I'm saying? And this person has to be competent enough. You gotta let. We talked about this before. You gotta you gotta lay out, what did she say? You gotta lay out the game plan if you want your teammate to really believe in you. You know, you can't just be like, do as I say and not as I do, because we all know, like, with the, having parents like that or what, that shit didn't work. So I think communication is very important. If you care about your mate, if you don't care, just say that.
And this is why, and this is exactly why these older 50-year-old men, they cannot compete with women of their age group because they too damn dumb. They have no damn intellect, and so they got to go chase down some younger woman and make them feel like the man that they think that they are. Because when they're dealing with their own age group, they don't feel like the man. And that's a them problem. They have their own insecurities. And that also happens with the women as well, because the women also, they have to date much younger with that age gap as well. Is because they cannot get no man within their age group to look at them as sexy. And that's why these young men hit on these older women, because they know they're going to get a goddamn Xbox 360 or the new Apple Vision out of these women. They call them up. They say, hey, youngster, I got that new Apple Vision Pro for you. You better come and break my back. What is what is happening. So we're going to also welcome GBGville. What's your thoughts?
You be skipping over a nigga.
My bad, Sway. All right, he ain't answered. So go ahead, Sway. What's your thoughts?
Nah, you just be extra, bro. You
Damn.
just be extra, moving the goalposts a lot of the time. But that's just you at this point.
Damn. No, a lot of things to consider.
You gotta learn how to separate the good parts and the bad parts of Sharon at this point. He's dealing with trauma. But but I find it funny, Sharon. So what would happen? Oh, I guess let me answer the question about the argument thing. I think an argument is more so going back and forth over a personal disagreement. And it's the constant going back and forth. It doesn't come to a resolution.
That's way.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, fuck you, Sway.
Man. All right. Two, my question earlier for Sharon and I guess the panel, or mainly Sharon, is that what would be the case with a situation like me where I'm 25 and I'm pretty sure, based off of my interactions, I'm smarter and more emotionally mature than a lot of older women. So if I was to deal with them, or what would you deem that situation? Is she being a predator? Am I being a predator? Or like, who is somebody taking advantage of the other, or does it even out because I'm smarter than her and more emotionally mature, but she's older?
Right. So yeah, if you are recognizing that this woman, if you are recognizing that you have the advantage over her and you take advantage of her, that's you being a predator.
No, I don't recognize it. I'm just saying.
So hold up. Well, you just recognized it. You said I'm smarter than her. I'm more intelligent than her. I'm younger than her. I got more options than her. You are therefore being a predator, just like how these older men are now being a predator.
The young men can't prey on older women.
You as biased as hell.
No.
I am not biased.
No. It's fine. You said, let it be truth. Damn.
Okay.
He just said young men can prey on older women, right?
Right.
So that would be the same surmise that young women can prey on older men.
It should be.
I have something.
No, that's based off of Sharon's logic. I'm talking to Sharon at this point. Sharon is in agreement that younger women can take advantage of older men.
Yes, they can.
So when you're talking about
It's
this age
possible.
gap dating, and your assumption is that these older men are going to be taking advantage of these younger women, but more often than not, to Aaron's point, they're going to be dealing with a man of some type of resource value. He has value. They're not. A lot of young women don't like older men, so he has to have something that a young man doesn't in terms of the charisma, game, likability, what we can relate on. It's more likely going to be money.
Correct.
So if you're
So
going to say
here's the problem. This is the problem. So Sway, here's the problem that
no
y'all
problem.
young men.
Don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you.
Wow.
That's a fact.
No
That's
problem.
a fact. Let the young brother go.
No problem, sir. I want no smoke. All I'm saying is that don't eliminate the idea that young women are running game of older men, because it happens every day.
So here's the problem that y'all young men don't understand. Us older men, we are usually
it ain't us. Are you all?
Other older men are usually better. We smell better. We look better.
You don't.
You're a fucking lie.
That's a lie.
You're a fucking lie.
It is what it is.
You're
It's
a fucking lie.
Because
older men, we usually can articulate ourselves. Hey, I thought you said you don't interrupt. Older men, they usually can articulate themselves better. They usually smell better.
Cat.
they usually dress better.
Cat.
They look better.
Cat.
They are more distinguished. We have everything over a younger man.
Cat.
Every single thing. So therefore, we can entice multiple ranges of women.
And
When you are
older,
older, your scale of people that think you are attractive broadens ridiculously.
So why can
The
I fuck
older
old
you
bitches
get.
and young bitches?
So that's the part. That's the part that young men don't understand. Go ahead, GBT General.
So why
can
can I fuck older women and young women and I don't get demonized for it?
Go ahead, General.
If y'all better than us.
No, I'm just listening. Remember, I sent you a clip to play. This, like the second to the last clip I sent to you. Because sometimes women choose younger men, sometimes men. What's the difference? I guess this is more important. What's the difference when a woman that's older chooses a younger man in comparison to an older man choosing a younger woman? What is the difference in their decision making?
Listen to this.
That woman, she just want to get her back blown out. It is completely a sexual thing, and she is being predatory, and she just want that beautiful.
You a fucking lie. That whole fucking
she's predatory now.
She wants to control and power. She wants to control and power to manipulate that nigga. She's grooming them little boys.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Now, Sway just said.
Let him
you know,
finish.
Sway just said that, right?
Himself.
No,
you know, Sway just said that, right?
So, since the beginning of the conversation, I said both age gap. Doesn't matter what gender it is. They both being predators. The older person is being the predator.
You just said I was a predator.
I said that at the beginning of the conversation.
You just said I was a predator because I was smarter than her.
Right, because you will be the exception to the rule.
No,
because hold on, let me explain. So look, we all understand that people like Sway, people like Aaron O, people like Cheeky, they are well more advanced beyond their time. Aaron O speaks more like he's my age. That's why me and him have great conversations. I always say that to you. I said that to you plenty of times, Sway. Like, yo, men, when I was your age, Sway, I didn't have these conversations. I couldn't have these conversations. You are far beyond your time. I told you this personally to you. You are far beyond your time intellectually. You have great intellect. You have great self-reflection. It took me years to earn that skill to have self-reflection. You are beyond your time. You are exception to the rule. Aaron O is another version of that. Cheeky is another version of that. So sometimes y'all get skewed because you are so intelligent. You have so much self-reflection. You start to think that it's other young men that move like you, and that's where you get it wrong.
So they are faulted. So because they have an intellectual base, they are automatically predatory because they're better.
Correct.
What the fuck is going on? Okay.
Can I add something real quick?
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
All right. When it comes to the whole predatory conversation, I think that one thing is missing. I don't think it really has focused on age.
Do you prefer old?
Hold on. We can get personal, I guess, in a second. I think it's more about the intent. Okay. So if you know that you're going after a certain person for a certain reason and it's not for the general good and it's going to benefit you only, and not benefit the other person, man, woman, young, old, the intent. That's what I think is what makes it predatory.
I agree.
Yes.
And I think that's the part that's being left out. Like, I don't think it has anything to do with age. There is
that's what I was saying.
Possibility of an older man being attracted to a younger woman who might be a little naive, but actually be interested in her future, in developing her and making sure that she's happy. Right? That's a possibility. There's a possibility of younger women, you know, of course, really wanting to take care of an older man, you know, but there's also the opposite. So I think it's all about the intent, and that needs to be focused on instead of just the age or the gender of the person.
Yeah, I second that. The intent is very important. It's harder to gauge. I think that a more perceived innocent woman, if she does something, you're more apt to accept it and be like, oh, she probably don't mean no harm by it, as opposed to an older woman. You've been doing this for a long time and you do that to me. I think there's some vitriol there, there's some spite there. And when you're dealing with somebody that you believe is more innocent or don't have that type of experience, the reason for doing something is without malice or something to that degree. And that's probably someone would feel better in a situation knowing that they're dealing with somebody that does not come with that type of intention in the relationship. So I could see how someone would rather deal with that than someone they believe might be intentionally doing things.
Facts, Al.
Now, there was another question. I'm sorry.
That's how it should be. Any situation should be approached. It's always about the intent of the heart. Like, why are you really doing this? The act itself is not enough. Certain people give good things, and they really are doing it for their own selfish gain. It's a return that they're going to get.
Right.
Identifying intent is very difficult, though, and I think that's what Sharon is kind of speaking to when he says it took me. We get a little bit older, you're able to identify things much quicker. You're like, oh, that's an indicator. I've experienced this, so now you feel. I'm at a space where I can identify people's intentions in most cases, but when you're younger, you may not have that ability. So he's kind of speaking to that. He's like, so if you're going for somebody that's young, they most likely don't have those abilities. They most likely haven't experienced enough to allow themselves to defend or identify these particular measures by individuals. And I think that's what he's speaking to. And some of us may have had that ability for a longer time, maybe not as good as it is now, but we had it for a long time. So we confuse that with seeing other people having that ability. So I get that on the internet a lot. I think that, hey, I wouldn't think this way about you. I would. And then I'm like, but they don't do the same. So I understand what Sharon is saying. And I still disagree with his overall point, because if you will sit here and agree that somebody can stick a, I don't know, whatever they call those things in the bedroom, those toys and stuff like that, and you're still heterosexual because then that means you're open-minded. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but you can understand that somebody can believe that this person gives them the best outcome. This person, like, if I've experienced dating 7 older women, I'm like, nah, I don't like this experience. There's nothing wrong with someone going, it may be that she's had these things. So I want to go for somebody younger. They could still be wrong. So that's why the intent is so important. And that's why you're saying a young woman who goes, I saw my mom get used up by a bunch of different guys. I'm going to pick a guy that got money, a guy that got a job, that guy that's doing this. I'm going to take him. He's going to be old enough. Right. So it's like people are making decisions based upon what most people are selfish. We are speaking to people about being unselfish in service of other people. Most people go into the world by themselves, providing for themselves, thinking about themselves, especially have no kids. They're not looking at serving somebody. They're thinking about, what can you do for me? And if you're nice to me, you do good to me, then I'll reciprocate. The problem is who you naturally are should be that way, instead of it being in a sense of you're just responding to actions. You should be your intent to just be who you are, and people are impacted by that. Most people don't learn that that's the importance until they get older.
Right.
I agree, but you're being very too generous, because I gave him that option of doing what you're saying, and that's why I said he absolutely doubled down on it. So you're being generous to him.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with being selfish, as long as it's in a healthy way. Because the way that I look at selfishness sometimes is more of like establishing those boundaries.
Can you elaborate on that, LA? How do you be how can selfish be good?
I said, because in my opinion, it's that I'm establishing boundaries for myself. I'm letting you know how much I can take and what I am not going to take.
So is the boundaries for yourself or for the betterment of the relationship though?
Boundaries for myself or for the betterment of the
So the boundaries, usually when you set boundaries, is for y'all to be able to successfully come together. So it's not really selfish. It's supposed to help y'all come together as a relationship.
And I also want to go ahead answer that, and I also want to welcome GBG General to the conversation as well. So answer the conversation, and then I want to hear the thoughts of the GBG General.
Are you talking about Granville? You talking about?
No, that's GBGville.
So you actually
what's
talking
up?
About, oh, you talking about
somebody else?
God damn. Y'all gotta change y'all name.
Y'all better stop all that noise. Y'all don't want to jump.
We need like Lieutenant Cheeky, General.
It says
Aaron,
Lieutenant. It says Lieutenant General.
on there.
Nah, I get that, but like, y'all got all these generals and shit. It's just like, God damn, I can't figure out who the fuck is who.
Yeah. So LA, you remember the question?
Can you repeat it one more time? Sorry.
Yeah. So I
Aaron
wanted you to elaborate on how selfishness would be good, and then you went to saying about when you present boundaries, and I said boundaries is really not about you. It's about what's going to help you guys successfully come together cohesively in the relationship. It's saying you're helping a person understand who you are so they don't cross things that's going to help did this thing. So it's not really about you. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So I was initially kind of responding to the fact that it was said that people in general are selfish. And I was responding, and I said, I don't think that it's wrong to necessarily be selfish, because the way that I put it is that means like looking out for yourself, like not allowing yourself to be in a situation or with someone who doesn't appreciate you, who doesn't respect you, knowing your personal boundaries. And of course, when you find that person who kind of like can respect you as and respect those boundaries, it's not an issue. Of course, you're going to be moving in the higher good of the relationship. But what I was initially responding to was that the fact that, yes, I do agree that most people are selfish. They want that instant gratification. They want what they want. But again, going back to the predatory thing, why? Is it for the greater good of the people involved? Because karma is it's not a localized situation. It has a ripple effect. You know what I mean? So,
and so the predatory part, the truth of the matter is the predatory part, that the people that are age gap they just want their backs blown out. They just want to get them. They do not want no real relationship. They are not looking to build.
That's why I told you to let them out, Aaron. See what he's doing there?
They're not trying to build any kind of companionship with this younger person, because that younger person know they're gonna have to wipe that old person ass eventually.
Wait. So are you indicating that age gap dating, you have a problem with it if they're lying about why they're doing it? Meaning, we're trying to get married, we're trying to build. If they're just telling you, look, we doing this, we having fun, you have no problem with it.
No problem with it.
I see.
Wait. Why do you put intention on that? Do you put intention on skinny people or like ugly people or really attractive people?
No, the purpose. No, I don't put no on your physical.
Wait,
if I like ginger hair women.
Hold on, wait. Let me clarify what's going on. Right? Okay. Do you put intention on ugly people or really attractive people that date ugly people?
Right.
Well, that's a difficult question for me, because I don't think most people are ugly. But
wait. But that's besides the point.
I guess it depends on what the ugly person.
For all intents and purposes, right? Because you also don't know the age of everybody you look at. You just kind of take a guess. Right, you just look around and you go, "Hey, this person, objectively looks a little older." Right, so the same thing will work with ugly people and very attractive people. Yeah. Somebody's uglier and somebody's better looking. So do you use the same intentionality that you just did with older people, with ugly people and really attractive people?
Because it's an advantage, brother.
Wait. Let him think about it.
When an older man like Shannon Sharp saying he's trying to get his groove back, is when I have the problem with it. When he's saying
that wasn't a question.
Answer the question.
Wait. Don't dodge. Go ahead, Sharon, man.
You will understand, Mr. Bracey.
So if a man is out there, he said, "I'm chasing the most gorgeous woman in the world." No, I do not have a problem with that. I don't think that's predatory.
Wait.
It's not predatory on the woman to date an ugly man.
It's not.
Get
it's
him,
not even
Chicky.
that.
Get him.
It's if. Why don't
Ugly
you put
dudes
in,
be funny as hell.
why? But see, wait. Do y'all see what's going on? Do you see what's going on?
I'm just
We
saying.
keep putting intention on things because of some bias or some stereotype, but you
Mhm.
can't necessarily explain it, and that's a problem that we're always going to have. If
Yep.
if you look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and then you get a supermodel, should I put intentions on you? If you, especially if y'all the same age, let's say Hunchback of Notre Dame is 22, and supermodel is 22 as well. Well, I look at the Hunchback of Notre Dame and go, your intentions are bad because you're ugly and she's pretty, and there's obviously some selfish.
So the problem I have with it is that so when an older male is trying to date younger, or an older woman is trying to date younger, that is a mental difference. It's not a look preference. So they are attacking. They are dating because of the mentality. They're not dating because of what the person looks like. They don't even care if the person is a 10 or 7. They just looking at it strictly because I can beat them mentally is my issue. They are not, when Shannon Sharp and them say they don't usually preference because she looks better and she has a better shape and they more fun. They be like, no, because I don't want to deal with the conversational part of the relationship is what I hear.
That's the only way.
So wait. I thought it was already established. Men choose mates based off of appearance. Now we're saying that, Now we're saying that it's more of a mentality thing.
So yeah, so I believe that males they choose sex over appearance, but they relationships they not choosing the best looking woman they ever dated as a person that they marry. That usually doesn't happen. They usually do not choose the best sex partner as their wife. They usually do not choose the best looking woman as their wife. That doesn't happen. So usually we get with somebody because we think they aesthetically look decent, right? Whatever that range is for that human being, and then it's about how that person treats you if you're going to deal with that person in a long-term relationship. And usually it's not the person that sex you the best, and it's usually not the person that looked the best that you ever dated.
Right, but you're making it seem as if the mentality is the sole purpose. Like you're saying the reason why older people date younger is because of the mentality, but you're excluding the other factors. So now I'm saying let's add the other factors. That's what makes this complicated, because if an older man does date a younger woman and he goes, well, man, I really like how she looks and I really like how she thinks. How can you put a percentage on that person by our parent? I'm just looking.
Because the reason why, because he made sure most of the older men, they make sure they put that distinction on it. Like, hey, I do not want to be having no conversations. I want to teach her. I want to tell her about Martin Luther King. I want to tell her about civil rights movement. I'm going to teach her this. I'm going to tell her how to invest her money.
And that's wrong.
How to be a woman. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. It's all about.
Wait. So is that wrong?
It's not a reciprocity situation when they talk about these young women.
This is the crazy part.
Hold on, wait. Is that wrong? And who is that benefiting if she gets all of that information?
It's only benefiting him. He is taking advantage of it.
What?
Wait. Aaron.
Oh my.
Aaron and Cheeky.
The unison white is crazy. The unison white is insane. That's a clip. Flip it up.
Cheeky. This nigga just posted 10 minutes ago that young women deal with older men because they're smarter, they're wiser, they're more established. And all the younger women that I know that say I want to deal with an older man say I want to learn something. I want something that a man can teach me. I want to be guided. I want to get my finances up. I want to do what the fuck? So if they gonna be dealing with an older man,
what they also so they want to have better conversation.
They also say I don't want to have to teach him nothing.
I don't want to have to teach a man
nothing. I want a man that's just a man. Wait. And I can just exist and not think. And now Sharon is saying these women want to argue intellectually. They want to over and do these types of things. So, what you're saying is, wait.
Yeah, let him finish. Let him cook, because I'm about to cook his ass up real quick.
All right.
What Sharon is saying is, don't listen to women. Isn't that correct, Sharon?
Yes.
Don't listen to smart intellectual people, right? Don't listen
I
to
said
smart
that all the time.
intellectual people.
Yeah, I say it all the time.
When they tell you that most of the time, men and women, when they are explaining what other men and women want, they don't know what they're talking about. Because if we allow men, and we allow all the men on here to say what they looking for in a woman, most men are not going to wife that. They are not looking for those attributes as a 0 to 10. So most of the time, men are going. If a woman have a list, if we was able to poll 1,000 women, and then we have a top 10 list on what is, from top of their list to number 10. Most men will attack the list from the bottom up, not knowing that what the woman really wants. And that is the issue. And the same thing with the women. Women are attacking the list of what makes them attractive from 10 up, instead of going from, okay, women want this first. This is number 2.
Stimulation, sir. It's like if you meet a woman and you say, and she finds you physically attractive, and then she finds out you're smart, you got her hooked, right? And for men, it's like if he sees you physically attractive, and then he sees that you're probably, depending on his experience, he sees that you're nice and kind, he may desire that. Some guys desire combative women. Who are you talking to? Oh, yeah, well, I like that little aggression. So I think it's the attractiveness.
So for example, I give my example of the 3. So most men, they would say they have to be physically attractive. They got to be 6 foot. They need 6 figures. And most women are not going to say that when they say they're looking for a man. They don't give a fuck if you're 6 foot. Like if we was the police, they don't care if you're 6 foot. They don't care if you have 6 figures. What they care about is somebody that they could build with, and somebody that has financial. They understand finances. So they don't
women your age.
They do not mind.
Smart enough.
Most women do not mind if they are together financially, making the same money. But he needs to understand, have some financial literacy, so he could pull them out of poverty within a time frame of the relationship. Is what they care about.
You talking about the women your age or the women my age?
Not if he actually is making 100,000 a year. They don't care about that. They could both be making 60,000, but as long as he has financial literacy and he could pull them out of poverty by the end of their work life, they will.
Why is it on him to do that?
Wait, no. Wait. What the thing that Sharon just tried to do?
He's the leader.
No, we not.
The thing that Sharon just tried to do, which was very slick, but it doesn't matter, is when people say 6 foot, 6 figures, and 6 pack, it's still dealing with the core things. You want somebody financially capable, right? And women have already expressed they want equal or better, preferably better. So that would be 6 figures. It's not that. Don't get focused on the money amount, but it's the idea that you need a decent amount or a good enough amount for that particular person, right? The second thing, 6 foot. Most women 6 foot. Most women are not 6 foot, but they've already expressed we want somebody taller. The idea is you have to be better, and these particular markers are as general as they are, still speak to the essence of you having more financially, you being taller than her, and you being attractive. Not more attractive than her, but being attractive in a general sense. Why do we have to? Why focus on the specifics of 666 and not the idea of women have already expressed, I want better, I want taller, and I want good looking.
Sharon, just let me know when I can go.
Go ahead.
No. Like jumping in now.
Sharon,
I'm not gonna forget my point. I ain't gonna forget my point. I'm standing on business.
Sharon just want to project.
All right. Okay. So as I guess the only person on the panel that actually dates men, I'm just gonna put in my contribution real quick. So when it I don't know if there's other ladies on the panel. I know I can't see myself. So Brownsville, you silly. So when it comes to like the income, right? You saying, okay, we want somebody who can at least make as much as us or a little bit better. All right. Now, if you want a family and you expect me to be down potentially pregnant with your child and taking care of all that business, I'm going to have to take a hit financially. So I at least want you to be able to maintain what you have or have a little bit more, because if I take away my income to develop this family and do all this extra, you know, the extra responsibilities that are required of me in a relationship, it's going to take away from my earning potential. Now, when it comes to taller, right? This whole 6'6", I don't know. I'm a little bit older, so I really have not heard of this until recently. But taller, yes, I want you to be taller than me. But I mean, at the same time, that's to I mean, that's to ensure.
Hey, Spark. Are you 6 foot?
No, I'm not 6 foot.
How long you been married?
23 years.
Are you taller than your wife?
Are you taller than your wife? That's exactly right. Okay, then. Nigga.
Yeah, so we just want somebody taller than us. But see, I'm 5'1".
Hold on. I'm glad you asked that taller than. I'm glad you asked that taller than, because guess what? Me and my wife is the same height.
So that's not the question.
Sharon,
that's cool. So I'm not
the same reason why anybody.
What I'm saying is this.
Genetics.
I'm the same height. Hey, Spark, how much taller are you than her? Are you like 5 inches or is like 1 or 2?
Probably 3 inches.
That's it. So when she put her heels,
why does she want taller, Sharon? Is the actual question.
It's not that.
Why do I want somebody taller than 5'1"?
She's short.
I'm 5'1".
So
okay.
Wait, why?
Okay,
explain.
But you want at least hold on. So look, this is what it is. Hold on. This is what it is. They want at least an average man. An average man is 5'8". She do not want somebody that's under average.
Nobody's judging her for her preference. We're just asking why.
Sir, listen to the question. Let me phrase the question properly, right? Let me pose it.
Please.
What is a man's height indicative of? What are you using his height as an indicator of? What is your desire of a height? Why is it relevant?
Genetics. All it has to do, like I said again,
don't have nothing to do with protection.
If you're talking about, it doesn't. It has to deal with genetics. If I want children, and if I want them to be of a certain stature or whatever, you know, if I want them to be taller than me, doesn't it make sense for me to get somebody that's like taller than me?
No. So wait. So now you want to get scientific, it's probably a bad idea, but right?
I'm just saying. You asked why. I heard me my why, and that's my.
I heard you.
That's not me getting scientific. That's just my why.
But I'm going to tell you the scientific part about it. Let's say your children come out small. Are you going to disown them because it didn't work out? Of course
not. I gave it a good shot. At least I tried. It's just like if I go to college, if I studied for the bar and I failed, you know, at least I gave it a try.
I get it. So what people are doing is establishing that you're looking at the probabilities of something. Fine, right? So what you're saying is you're shooting for the bar. So most women are shooting for the richest man that they can get. Mm-hmm. That's the bar.
Okay, don't men try to find attractive women for that same reason?
Wait, stop. We're gonna bring it. Hold on, wait. We're gonna bring it back. Wait a minute.
All right, one at a time, y'all. One at a time. So we Cheeky wanted to jump in. Let Cheeky jump in there. I believe Sway wanted to jump in there as well. So we're gonna go Cheeky, Sway, Brownsville, and Truth is Love. Let's go.
Now she just said, isn't that why men pick women based on their beauty? And it goes back to the point of Sharon saying older men don't. This is why it's all confusing, because you keep trying to put it.
You're not listening to my point, sir. You keep on trying to take it to no, because I was asked initially why taller.
And you
hold on. I gave my response, right? That wasn't good enough, right? Just to make sure, like I said, for the next generation to ensure, because there's a lot of recessive genes. Maybe you're gonna have that child is gonna be 6 foot, maybe not. You know, it happens all the time. Those 6'4" people, their parents are not that tall. You know, so it happens. But you want your kids to be better than you in every way. It doesn't matter academically and everything. I don't get what you guys are talking about, but that the answer wasn't good enough. So I compared it similarly to how men pick their mates. You know, they want that genetic material for their children.
And
so
also
before Cheeky
rebuttals, I want to also welcome to the stage, Yama Doctor, Amagato. Shout out to Lamar Black Attack. And we also got Venus in the building as well. Shout out to the voice of Venus. Thank you for joining the show. So go ahead, Cheeky. You get to rebuttal and then we're gonna go Sway.
My point is not to discredit your point. It has nothing to do with that. It's to bring it back to the idea of Sharon saying the older man gets, the less the less he picks a woman based off of attractiveness. And you're thinking in your head, don't men pick women off attractiveness? Which is why
need to follow. Like I just laid it out.
Let me make sure I'm clear, because I think my point is being missed. I got you, LA, and then LA, you'll get a chance to rebuttal. I think the part is missed that what I'm saying is that the older men that are attempting to date that age gap that is 10 and beyond, they are not dating for any kind of relationship or companionship. They are only dating for sex. Same thing with the older woman. When she dating 10 to 20 years below her age group, she is only dating for some good, strong back. Is my issue. And then that's when I look at it as that is predatory, and they are not looking for any type of relationship. That's my issue.
Let me ask you this. So how do you deal with the fact that the opposite person is looking for the thing that the older person is providing?
Correct.
If we just said that women generally want somebody that's taller than them, which an older man typically is, right? An older man is typically taller than most men are taller than women.
So what I'm saying
wait. Why am I hearing no? Wait, no. So we're saying no. What we saying no to is to how you about to frame what you about to frame up. At least we think we understand what you're about to frame up. We are saying no to the frame. But yeah, let's let you finish framing so we won't have to guess. Go ahead. Are most older men taller than younger women?
Yes.
Most men are taller than women, period. But
right, in general.
But we're going to go based off of older men. Do you think most older men have have just as much financial stability as a younger woman or more?
Yes.
They usually have more.
Do you think that most older men look decent enough to get a younger woman?
Yes.
Yes.
So how is it predatory if they're looking for those things and they're being supplied?
It's the intent.
This is how it's predatory. I'm explaining.
But you can't prove the intent.
I want to explain to it how it's
find
predatory.
out the intent, my God. Like what?
So this is how it's predatory. So Venus left. So this is how it's predatory. And so when you are intentionally saying like, hey, I'm only going to date within this age range because I can manipulate them mentally, is the issue.
Nobody said that but you.
And this is the part that y'all cannot beat that.
No,
that
because
frame
you
of
put an
argument
intent,
because
but you are
man's intent was not saying that I'm looking for. He does not say I'm looking for a companion that's going to build with me. He says, hey, I want to deal with a younger woman because I could tell her. He literally said because he could tell her about Martin Luther King.
Okay, so
that's
what does that have to do?
So wait. Why don't we look at that?
So the reason why, because he seems like he's more intelligent because he could teach her when he's dealing with somebody. Because when he's dealing with somebody with his own age range, he cannot have the conversations with her because he do not have the intellect to have the conversations with her, and that is why he.
So why she dealing with him if he don't have the intellect? Why? Because remember, you said women choose men. So if he don't have the intellect and she's the intellectual one, why is she dealing with him?
Because women are willing to build up men. Women are willing to date a man that has less money than she will say he's not going to be broke for long if he's dealing with.
So women are willing to build up a man, but a man is willing to help that man. A woman is willing to help that man get to his full potential. If he's broke, man do that if she is well off financially, she's willing to teach him how to start his own business, how to do investments, and all those things. She is saying that once she gets that broke ass man, he ain't gonna be broke no more after dealing with her.
You're so bad at this. I can line up tons of women that will literally say, my man funded my whole business. Correct. He went and helped me come up with the design and everything. Oh, I can find tons of this stuff. So that is just so
the same way how you can find that, I can find it in the other realm as well.
Okay, so
the problem is this. The problem is this, Aaron, and it's a part that we always try to forget, is that most of the time these men are going to sleep on these women's couches because these women are financially better.
You're just making stuff up.
I'm not making stuff up.
Crazy.
It's the truth.
Really? All right, wait, stop.
Oh my God.
Wait, let me just ask you a question. Do women want to move in with men, or do they want a man to move in with them?
They would love to have a man that they could move in with. They would.
The reason why they would want to do that is because they find it favorable. Dang, if I move in with this guy, he not gonna look at me like I'm a bum. He not gonna look at me like that's his couch. He not gonna do none of that stuff. Because if he was, they wouldn't desire that experience, right? But if the opposite happened, like you just said, what you're saying is a woman gonna be like, I'm so glad that you're on this couch and this is your home too. Is that what a man's gonna experience?
That's what he's going to experience. The problem happens, and I said it earlier, and the problem happens is that his friends is going to influence his thought patterns, and then he's going to start saying that, hey, even though I'm in your house, even though you taught me how to be financially literate, even though I'm building me, you helping me build up, he's going to start saying, hey, you need to listen to me.
I've seen
I'm your leader because I'm the male. I got a dick. This is what my friend said. And then now they're going to start to argue within the household. And then it's going to get to a point where she said, well, then you need to get the fuck out my house. And then now he's going to frame that sentence and say, this is what women do. No, it was you in the first place that started all the fucking arguments because you felt late.
I got one quick example. Right, I was talking to a nice young lady that I'm cool.
And make sure y'all hold on before you go to make sure y'all supporting the show. We need more likes. We need to get to 100 likes. We need to see some goddamn single dollars.
Nigga, Sharon learned a lot from
We
Daryl.
need some dollar bills. We need some super stickers, super chats, PayPal, and all those things. Go ahead, GDG General. Go ahead.
So she said, I ain't gonna lie, I know one because she has this guy friend, right? And she says he's dealing with this woman, but he just put her through school, and now she wants to leave him. I said, wow. He put her through school, funded everything, and now she about to dip. And you know what she said? Yes, women, they take advantage of men. And he's a good guy. And he wouldn't even. And I said, dang, that's even she see that. So I hate to tell you is that people are just opportunists. It doesn't matter if it's a male, doesn't matter if it's a female. That's just people. Just like you were trying to indicate earlier. It doesn't matter if it's an older man or older woman, they're predators. That's your argument. So it's just the person. We can't even tie it to a sex either way. It's just that's who you are.
Yeah.
Or age.
That's
Wait,
why I always
or an
personally.
age you can't tie it to either. That's the problem. Because it depends on the way you're looking at it. I can say a younger woman going for an older man who doesn't have anybody. He has nobody next to him. He has no wife. He has no children. He has nothing besides success and knowledge. And she's pursuing that because there are younger women that look at Shannon Sharpe, I'm sure, and go, man, I'd like to be with Shannon Sharpe. And then I can say, you're predatory. This man has nothing but money and success. He's lonely. It depends on how you want to flip it. This is why I say it's hard. This is why I say it's hard. But I'm a dip. I gotta.
No, nothing else matters but the intent. That's what I'm saying. Stop focusing on the age and the gender. Like it's about the intent of that person. If that person
keeps doing it to the man, that's the problem.
I haven't. Me personally, I'm the only lady up here. I haven't put it on guys at all, sir. You know, I'm sorry that that's your experience, but I'm speaking in general. I was the one who said it doesn't matter either way. I'm the one who said that. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, that's why I think it's very interesting to have a colorful group of friends. Like you got to have a country friend, you got to have a bougie friend, you got to have all kinds of friends, because that's when you move in different circles and you see how people are, and you can stop putting the blanket on everybody. It doesn't matter if one woman says, yeah, that's how women are. What circle does she run in? What type of women is she exposed to? You got to expose yourself to more people, because we're not monoliths. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own different ways of seeing things. You know what I'm saying? Like I sound very different from a lot of women who come onto these panels. Sharon, you know I am. I wait my turn. I try to be, cordial and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's just like the truth is the truth. And that's just my opinion at the same time. But the blankets don't need to be put on. And I understand that might be your experience, but if you're not experiencing that here, don't put that on me.
We're talking to Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
I'm sorry.
You good? Y'all good? Y'all a mess. Go ahead. We're gonna go Brownsville, New York, and then we're gonna get Lamar Black Attack as well. Go ahead.
Hey, the reason why I agree with your ideology, Sharon, and I also agree with Miss LA Project's ideology, is because when you ask men, you can take men and you can ask them, what's your success level? What's your financial level? What's your educational level? What's your experience level, intellectual level, whatever? All men will say the same thing regardless of their level. They're going to say, I deserve respect. I deserve submission. I deserve to be the leader, right? You can take the lowest man on the totem pole all the way to the highest man on the totem pole. And all these men say the exact same thing, right? Woman, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I agree with you. When it comes to an older man and a younger woman, it's absolutely predatory behavior, because you don't share the
God working.
Yes.
And hold on, Robin M, who you talking about? Who harassing? Whoever's harassing my girl Robin M, leave my girl Robin M alone. I don't know who's harassing her, but whoever's harassing her, leave her alone. Also, before we move the conversation forward, I want to
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to John, the analyst, CRK, Mahogany Roots can get this work.
You know what's sad, Sharon?
I got to, hold on, let me just go through the super.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Aaron, oh, how you liking the solutions?
I've beaten the solution king down today. He can
Carl Anderson with the 5 ball. He says,
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
He said, we are all animals molded by individual experience. We want and need relationships within the laws of man and nature. Great observation. Salute. Sharon, thank you. We unlock Nation with the 5 ball. Make sure y'all are supporting the show. This is how we know you like this kind of content. We only asking for $1. If you could provide more, that is awesome. We got 152 watching. Make sure y'all make it rain with $1 super stickers. I will appreciate it. Thank you. Also hit the goddamn like button. God damn it. Also, I want to get Lamar Black Attack. Let me hear your thoughts. Also, Truth been very patient. Thank you, Truth. So we got Lamar Black Attack, Truth, and Sway. Go ahead.
I disagree with Brownsville. I never said I deserve anything. Men don't say I deserve this, I deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
And also, I'm 10 years older than my wife, and the older I get, the more happy I am. I said, damn, I'm glad she's younger than me. But basically, y'all been raised around snowflakes. My sister was a bad girl, my mother was a bad girl, and her cousin was a bad girl. There are women that take advantage of man every single day. And I'm from a family. Thank God I was from that family. So I never really met bad girls because I know what they was.
Mm.
It's not predatory if you're adult either. If you're adult, if you're 25 above, then you got to have some sense in your head. He said, I was 35 years old and a man took advantage of me. He was a narcissist. He was a predator. No.
Go ahead, Truth Love. Go ahead. Let's get to 100 likes. Everybody, let's get to 100 likes. Go ahead, Truth.
I do got to address you as well, Sharon.
So what's crazy is if we look through the history, any culture, the most dangerous entity would be the woman, because we know how they have mastered and have the gift of manipulation. The fact the way that they are born with the very thing that provides them with all their needs, which is their beauty and their womb, makes them the most dangerous thing, because we see how men in these spaces right here act with women that they don't even know. So that right there in that form is predatory in its nature. When you're talking about the simple terms, when you bring it down to the brass tacks of it. When are we already know that human beings as a whole use what they're great at, their gifts, their talents, as a advantage to get what they want. That is innately inside of us, men and women. Whatever we have that put us at an advantage to acquire said thing that we want, we use it. Whether we're bigger, stronger, faster, whether we're more smarter and have and more intellectually sound, where we make great decisions, where we're chess players and can see 10, 20 steps ahead. That's our advantage. In itself, that's predatory as a whole.
Thank you. Sway, where did you go? It was Sway's turn, but I guess he needs, I don't know. He needs some tech support. So again, I think what happens in there you go, I believe. Okay, he's back. Go ahead, Sway. What's your thoughts?
So I personally feel like you have to pick a side at this point, bro. Because you're wishy-washy. 1 second. One second, the man is wise, smart, intelligent, and he's just so intelligent. He's too intelligent that he just can't deal with a certain age range of women. And then in the next breath, he can't deal with his own age of women because he's too dumb and he can't articulate himself and he's too broke and he's not as wise and all these. Like, bro, you gotta pick a struggle. Like, at the end of the day, are y'all dumb and broke,
here's the
or
part
y'all
that
wise, intellectual, and got money?
You're right, and they got the advantage and predatory.
So here's the part that you're missing, Sway.
Brother.
Here's the part that you missing, Sway. I'm just understanding that not all men are leaders. And the problem is like what Browser was saying earlier. It doesn't matter from the bottom of the totem pole to the top of the top man. They think that they deserve the same exact reverence. And that is the problem. Some of you men, you're going to have to listen to your goddamn woman because you don't have the intelligence to be smarter than that woman. And it shows by the men that do find themselves with women that are more intelligent, that's willing to accept this male as less intelligent. She bring him into his house.
Give me an example, Sharon.
No, let him cook because I'm going to
uplift him and teach him. She teaches him how to get a better job. She teaches him how to get a better finances. He then turns to his homeboys. They having a conversation, and then they say, "Hey, bro, you need to be the leader of that household." And then his dumb ass goes to that household and start arguing with his woman. And he cannot beat her intellectually, and then that's when he breaks up with that woman because now he turns into a fucking idiot. And y'all don't want to recognize it, and it is what it is because you see yourself. You know how to and the real reason why y'all don't see it because you can't see past yourself.
Wrong.
In your circle,
I can see past myself very well. Let me tell you how I know you wrong. Let me tell you, because most guys will tell you, "You lucky you got her. Your girl got a job, she getting money and everything, and you ain't got to worry about it." We be support, bro. You better not mess that up, bro. Hey, don't be having no attitude, bro. Chill. She taking care of you. She looking out for you. Most guys can't get that. That is actually what happens. There ain't no guys that hanging out like, "Man, bro, your girl doing all the things. You supposed to actually be the man." You're lying. That does not happen. You are so wrong. Absolutely not. That is not what's happening. No.
So here's the problem. Again, see, this is the problem that y'all having. So usually intelligent men, they hang around other intelligent men. Now, if this happens, you have your circle. Listen, I got you. Listen, if you have your circle of intelligent men and then your homie wound up dating somebody that's more intelligent than him, you be like, "Hey, bro, that's it. Settle down, shut the fuck up, and deal with her." Most of these dumb men, they hang around other dumb men. And then so therefore, when they see him with this intelligent woman, they say, "Hey, bro, you need to be the leader of your household."
Hey, Sharon, does that count for you?
You need to be doing that. You need to be doing this. And then he goes home. They've been together for 5 years straight. Not one fucking argument. And then all of a sudden, he like, "Hey, babe, why I gotta go? Hey, babe, why you the one to always? Hey, babe, why?" And then they get into an argument. And then she looks at him and say, "Are you having a mental breakdown, sir? What the fuck is wrong with you? We've been good for the past 5 years, and all of a sudden, you want to be the leader of this fucking household? You want to be the one that's taking care of the finances? You want to be the... Sit your dumb ass down and give me this goddamn pipe the way how you've been doing for the last five years. Do your damn push-ups and break my back and shut the fuck up."
Hey,
Talk to him like that?
Sharon, so you told me like 30 minutes ago that as you get older and the difference between older men and young men as why women are attractive, to older men, because like I said, y'all are more wiser, smarter, got more wisdom, more money, more charisma, better looking, greater skin, and so that leads you to have a lot more options than us, right? You can date a plethora of women of all types of varieties. So my first, why is your first assumption if they decided they want to express their options that they're doing it predatorially? And then my second question is, since this type of man is all these great things and pretty much better than most people, including most women, so if he was to deal with most women, would he be deemed a predator?
Right.
I'm confused about the question. So no, if he's dealing with a woman, I'm confused about the question. So if he is,
two questions.
If he is,
Actually, two questions, brother.
I'm going to date a woman that I know is less intellectual than me. He is being predatory. He's saying, "Hey, I could teach you this. I can move you this way. I can move you this way." So the problem is, these men, they are only prefacing.
Sharon, you have a conversation. Allow me to repeat the question because right now you're not answering. You're just repeating yourself. My first question is if a man like yourself and other older men have all these options because you're just better in all aspects because you're older and you gain all this stuff, right? Why is your first assumption that with options that he would be a predator if he was to express those options with younger women?
That's one.
So
Second question
before you move on to the next question.
I'm asking, it's just two questions. Second question is,
before you move on to that one, let me answer
no, because they're tying. Second question is that if you're better in all these aspects, you pretty much better than most people, including women. So if you would be dealing with most women, you would be deemed a predator. No.
What? Jesus.
He gonna be rich, boy.
So if you're better than most women, and you were to deal with most women, you wouldn't be deemed a predator for most women.
No.
Why is he getting with said woman? You keep.
We're not talking about your point. We're
not?
talking to Sharon's point and his ideology.
But it's the same. But her point, she understands my point of view.
That's not saying the same thing at all.
Guys, let Sharon follow her leadership. She's guiding.
Whoa!
He wants to use her example to go. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
You're right. My fault, AO. You right.
Ain't nobody trying to lead nobody. I'm just trying to contribute. But it's not.
You ain't gotta try. Just automatic. Pecking order.
Oh man. So again, I don't know what is being lost in translation when I'm saying that. I'm being very clear about what
you trying to get rich, Sharon. You trying to get rich.
Every single day of my life, I'm definitely attempting to get rich. That's without a doubt. But I don't know what that had to do with this conversation. But again, so a man that he is pointing towards only younger women because he is simply more intellectually advanced than her. He is being a predator.
What is he going to gain? So
he is getting some beautiful.
Wait. The problem that I'm hearing
that
you're saying because he ain't gonna have no arguments. He gonna be smarter than her, and he should argue, and he should want these things. What other disadvantages occur for her that you need to feel so defensive about it? Because I don't see none based upon he don't have to have no arguments because he's smarter than her.
So here's the problem when they preface it that way. What I said, like I keep saying, like me personally, out of the 16 years me and my wife been together, never had an argument. That's because I can articulate myself. I can conversate. I don't look at it as a frame of an argument because she questioned me. If I say we are moving this way,
y'all not really married.
If I say, hey, listen, babe, we are moving this way, and she asks me 100 questions, guess what? I got 100 answers.
Sharon, you said
I might be on the same level, Sharon. That's the thing.
Exactly, and so these men,
so you're just like her.
Sharon, you said if you don't want to argue,
these men, they have to date. So these men, they have to date.
That's what you told me earlier.
These are the words that they use. The older men and the older women that date down, they say these things. They say, "I can mold this person. This person listens to me."
But you're not even listening to what
this for me. This person, they are saying it is a one-way street. Is my issue, and that's why it's predator. It's a one-way street. It is not saying that we are getting any kind of companionship. I am controlling this human being like a little fucking dog. You follow what I say. Listen, this is what Martin Luther King. You wasn't there. I was.
So wait. So young people will do that?
What I'm saying is when it's young people and young people.
No, young people are the most disrespectful people ever, according to the old folks. So to sit there and act like, yeah, I'm older, so they was gonna do what I say like their little dog is a lie. People are doing what's advantageous for them. If younger women see an older guy and they go, he got some money, he got a car, he got stuff that I want. If you know, stop listening. It's never just about age. It's about a whole bunch of other things tied to it. Are you really going to give me an example of a younger woman saying, I like older guys because I like older guys. They don't have to have anything else that I desire.
So here's the problem. So that older man, right? So it's no young woman saying like, "Ooh, I want this older man." What usually happens is that the older man, he comes down to this younger woman and he presents himself. He says he has a conversation. He smells good. He looks good. He's teaching, and all she's doing is he's doing is talking to her, and she is just listening. And she said, "Okay, yeah, I'll come and see what it's all about." That's what usually happens. It's usually not the other way around when it's a bunch of young women going around together in their 20s saying, yeah, I can't wait to date you.
Okay, all right.
Hold on. That is not the norm. That is a bunch of, it is not the norm. That is a bunch of 20-year-olds talking about they want to date 50-year-old men. I get it. But it is the norm. 50-year-old men talking about they want to date 20-year-olds.
Okay. I hear you. I just need to understand this because I got
all the 50-year-old men.
Wait. I need Sharon to make this clear for me. How do older women find younger men? Well, because if you're saying older guys go and present themselves to younger women, I don't know where they go, right? But how do older women present themselves to the younger men?
Let me.
So easy. They go to GameStop.
Nigga,
all right, man, Sharon.
You can download this.
Yeah.
Nobody go to stores no more.
I need to say this, and then I'm out too. Sharon,
Internet.
So listen what you said earlier, because this is the part that Sway was talking about, and you keep trying to gloss over this because he really got you on this. You said that the older man, he's in his prime, he has everything, he's more smarter, he has more money, he's more qualified, all of these type of things. When you said that to the younger woman, you automatically by default, based off of what you're saying, putting him in a predatory position. Not that he's choosing to be predatory, you're putting him in a predatory state. That's what Sway is saying. Where is he at?
I hear your ass.
It ain't funny. You automatically, so I'm gonna use you for example. Successful. You think you look good. You got money. All this type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Got women. Got options. A younger woman wants that because then that means her number one need is provided for, security. Okay. So, all women of age that's coming into their own want that number one need. So are you by default a predator to younger women?
So perfect. I'm glad that you said that. So this is what usually happens. A younger woman is not going to naturally say, "Oh, I want to date Sharon." All the younger women that's in the chat right now, they do not look at me once they hear my age. They hear that I've been married, I got grandkids. They not looking at me and say, "Oh, I want to date Sharon." They like, "Oh, let me get some advice from Sharon."
Absolutely not.
Because you're ugly.
Come to me now. If they come to, we start having conversations, and they start feeling me coming on to them, saying little innuendos, smile at them a certain way. Then the wheels start rolling because me personally, I know how to let a woman know that I'm interested in her. Then her mentality would change from me being a mentor, father figure to, "Oh, he want this vagina." It changes their mentality, and then now they look at me like, "Ooh, I will break."
So Sharon, let me
it's up to me to tell this young woman again. Right. I'm sorry, true, but it's up to me to say, "Hey, young lady, if she does like me, say, hey, I'm too old for you."
Okay, so if she does like, okay, so this is the thing. Again, I don't know. Have you got hit on by younger girls or whatever? Okay, so so now you have. Okay, so now start right there. So does it happen more? Does it happen a lot or it happens seldom?
He can't say that. His wife in the
No. Be quiet, Lamar, please.
So it depends on my setting. So if I'm in a setting of young people, it does happen because most people don't believe that I'm the age that I am.
Okay, so now start right there. All right,
that's the genes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, now it's the genes and it's all good now, right? Okay. So now, are you a predator?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to say yes.
If
I'm
he's
not.
dating, if you're
Checkmate.
dating,
You're done.
Hold on. So the reason
have
why,
to.
let me explain to you why I'm not. Hold on. Let me explain to you why
You are
I'm not.
predator.
So the reason
No,
why
you
I'm
are.
not. So if this young woman comes up to me, I say, "Hey, young lady, I'm too old for you," because it happened when a young woman's like, "Oh, I thought you was like this age." No, I'm not. Well, I don't have no problem with dating an older man. I have a problem with dating you because I'm too old for you. That's when it becomes, because y'all are saying that just because a younger woman
that's not
hits
the
on
part
a
I'm
fucking
talking about,
man,
Sean.
because the younger woman hits on a man, all of a sudden this older man that knows that he has an advantage of her, he has no autonomy to say, "Hey, young lady, I'm out your fucking league." No, I actually have the right to say I'm out your league. I am the one that's going to tell that young lady no.
Right.
That
So
man has the right to tell her, and he should tell her.
Yeah,
I'm
he should
out your
tell
league.
her
I'm
no.
well.
Right.
I'm too old. I'm too mature
and
for you.
I got
to go out and
I
date.
got that part because you
tell
said
that to an
that, and I
older
agree
woman,
with
no?
that part.
He can
I'm
tell that to an
talking
older
about
woman
what
as
you
well.
said earlier by saying because you have these things, these prerequisites. You said because you have them, you are a predator. Not the fact of engagement, not the fact of even anything. You said because you are this, you automatically in a predatory state from the jump, even if the girl is coming on to you.
Exactly, because I'm allowing her
That's
to.
crazy,
So
bro.
Yeah,
because
but the
I
thing
have to,
is,
because
that
once I
doesn't
be
restrict it to age either, Sharon, because you're going based off of mentality and intellect. So I mean, he could be mentally smarter, have a stronger mentally more mature, have more money, financially, all these things to a woman his age, and based on the criteria you're presenting, he would be a predator. He could say no to that woman as well.
Yeah, he can say no, but you're making it automatically predatory.
The problem that y'all having with trying to use that as an example, that would be an exception to the rules. Somebody, a young man that has
No, it's not.
No,
No,
we're not
you're
using a young.
making it
No,
a base.
Hold on, Truth. We're not using a young man. We're using we're using the same man. I'm saying he's dealing with a 44-year-old woman, but he's smarter. He's more mentally mature. All the same things that you bringing on terms of the young woman. The assumption is that they're the same age, but based off of the criteria of what makes him a predator, he would be a predator to that woman at his age.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not, because they're the same age.
Yes. That's what you just said.
No, it's not. What I said again, because this is the part that y'all getting confused, right?
There's
so
no
this
confusion.
older man, he has life and experience over that woman. So if they
It
are the
doesn't matter
same,
about her age, though.
yes, it does, because
No,
if
it
they are
doesn't.
the same age, and the only thing that he have over, he do not have experience over her. Only thing he has over, he might be
What
smarter than her.
experience?
He might have more skills in finance than her. He might have all those things. He has skills over her, but he do not have experience over her. Is the difference, and that's what makes the older
What
person
experience?
the predator.
What experience? Sexual experience?
All types of experience.
All
Life
types
They
of
got 20.
experience.
They got 20 years of life before. That means that me, when you was born, if you are 20 years younger than me, that I could have fucking raised you.
Yeah, and
That's
if
the
that man was
experience
20
that I have
years,
over
if that
you.
man was 20 years single and that woman he's dealing with older was in a 20-year marriage and now divorced, they wouldn't have the same life experience.
That's exactly.
Say that again.
If that man lived a 20-year life of singleness and she lived a 20-year life of a marriage and then got divorced, they wouldn't have not lived the same life experience before they met.
Damn, checkmate.
That's not a checkmate. I don't understand what's your correlation.
You talking about all experiences, right? They live a completely different lifestyle. That man has a higher sexual experience than her. He probably has a higher just other experiences than being in a marriage. And she has probably other experiences he would never even know of. He's never been in a marriage. So the idea is that you're coming in with these assumptions, these predispositions that if this man is smarter,
exactly,
more wise,
now you conflating life. No, hold on, Sway.
He is
You are
conflating. If he deals with a woman that's lesser than.
Sway, the problem that you are misunderstanding. Now you conflating lifestyles.
I'm not conflating no lifestyles.
Yes,
I'm
you are
talking about
conflating lifestyles.
experiences.
If I have
asked you a specific question, what
No,
experiences?
hold on. I'm trying to explain it to you. If I have 20 years above you, that means I experienced it 20 years before you. And we are in the same timeline.
Experience what?
I experienced 20 years of life before you was even existing. So that means I have 20 years of experience over you. But what you are talking about is that one person is a fucking plumber and one person is an electrician. And they got two different life experiences. So the electrician could teach the plumber something. The plumber could teach that is two different things. They still the same age. They grew up in life at the same time. They in the same time frame, the same music, the same walks of life, the same everything. Me being 20 years above you in life is a big difference than our difference of life's choices. And you're conflating those things. You're conflating life choices with actual life experience.
No, I'm using what the examples you use, right? Based off of the idea that if a man is better than a woman, and this assumption is that an older man is going to be better than a younger woman automatically. So you would deem him an automatic predator if he was dealing with a younger woman.
Correct.
That older man, again, because for some reason, y'all, I don't know if y'all just don't want to hear what I'm saying.
You're not hearing what you're saying. You're created up. You basically said, do you know what a state of being means? It means that you're automatically that no matter what the scenario, no matter whether environments change, no matter you are automatically that based off of the criteria that you set. If you didn't make
what's the criteria that I said? So because I think y'all are not
said
understanding.
if he's smarter. That was the main thing. You're talking about intellect. He has more money. You even went to the part. He looks good.
Emotionally more mature.
Emotionally more stable, and then older than the age. The most thing that you hop on was the age and the intellect. You said that since he's had that, not because he's engaging with her, you said automatically, based off what you're saying, automatically he's a predator because he has no prerequisites automatically. Because he's that great, basically. His greatness makes him a predator.
Okay. And keep going. And then, so when you take the age out, right, that changes the whole situation. Don't you understand that? I don't understand. If I give you, hold on. If I give you a 5 point, if he have these 5 things, it's that. And
that
then when you
means she's
take
smart.
that one thing out, that means it's not that anymore.
Now that means she's smart. Hey, Sharon, when I was a young man, right?
That do not even make no goddamn sense, Sharon, at all, though.
If I take the fucking chicken out of the meal, then therefore it's not a chicken meal anymore. Now it's a fish meal.
Hey, Sharon, as a young man, I'm tasting Old Crow.
Hold on, look. I could put salt, pepper, butter, spinach, and chicken in it. That is a chicken, whatever we want to call it. So once I take that chicken out and I put a fish in there, which would be the age difference. The age difference. So the chicken is the older man, and the fish is the younger man. That makes it a different dish. And
All right, I'm gonna ask you this. Watch this.
If you don't understand that, then you're just trying to argue.
No, this is the last thing I'm gonna ask you. Do a woman want a man that's smarter than her? I'm asking you a question. Just does she want a man that's more smarter than her? Does she want that?
No.
What?
Usually no.
Damn.
Hey, Sharon, let's ask some. Let's ask.
No. Take that L.
Women don't want men that's smarter than
Brian, y'all gonna take an L tonight. Y'all gonna take an L tonight.
You done fucked up now. You don't even know.
Sharon,
so what makes y'all have more options?
Let me ask you this.
What was the reason you bring it up? You being wiser, more intelligent.
That's my point. You fucked up now. You just fucked up.
Y'all are crazy.
Sharon,
how we crazy?
Sharon,
you want a dumbass man?
I don't know how y'all crazy. You gotta go see a professional.
You don't want to put in these. You don't want to put in these. Crazy. You're characterizing us as crazy. Why are we crazy?
The reason before you go, Brownsville, before you ask your question, the reason why y'all crazy, y'all would take out the main part of the dish and say that it's the same dish.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did, because you are taking out the age part and saying it's the same thing. Once you take the age part, Jesus Christ, when you take out the age part, it turns into a different scenario.
I didn't take out the age. I used the
you
age.
You did. You literally said this. You said if
I
you have
literally
all those
used
things.
age in every scenario.
Hold on, Sway.
Bro.
You literally said this, Sway. Sway. You literally said if you have all those things, but they are the same age, what is the difference? Is what you asked me.
Yes, I never took the age out.
Therefore, thank you. So therefore, once you take the age out, it turns into a different.
I asked you what's the difference. That asked you a clarifying question. What is the purpose of you putting age in there, and why is that? And why is that? You said it's just
hold on, So Lamar, did he just not? Hold on. Let me understand this.
Even
hold
then,
on,
in the example, that didn't make sense.
because I want to let you go. But I want to make sure I'm understanding you clearly, Lamar. So we have somebody else to understand. Lamar, did he not take the age out of the scenario?
Take that L, dude. Take that L.
I understand that, but did he take the age out of the scenario? Yes or no?
He said the experience is similar. If I have the same experience, then
Lamar,
the
answer the
person-
question. I'm not trying to.
I'm
trick
about
you.
that. I'm gonna see my time.
I'm
Brown,
not
get your
trying to
boy,
trick you, Lamar.
Brown.
Before you move,
Hey,
before you
Sharon,
move it,
I got Sharon.
did he ask me to take the age out of the scenario?
I can't recall. I'm a politician today. I can't recall that.
All right, hey, Sharon.
Go to, yeah,
so
I can't recall.
You're on the stage, right? You have a grown daughter, right? How would you feel about dating someone your daughter's age? Why would you do it, or why wouldn't you do it? Explain that.
What is her age? Is she 40 years old?
She's
Is her
20.
age?
She's 22.
22 is different, but if she's 35?
No. We talking about an age gap.
No,
right?
It doesn't even matter if I Browns. It doesn't matter if I explain it because they're gonna still act like they don't understand what I'm saying.
Explain it.
It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is that so the point is the problem with it is that I'm having is that they don't understand that they are taking the age out of the equation that I'm having.
You can't. That's the thing.
And that's the problem that I'm having. And then
then
they acting like they don't understand that it's an age difference makes it different.
No, but I want you to explain why you would.
Hell no, I'm not going to explain to these motherfuckers because they just trying to catch me in a goddamn gotcha moment. And it's exhausting that they are being disingenuine about the shit that they are saying.
No, because what I'm saying is if you explain that, then it catches them up.
No, if
they're adults, this is the problem, Brownsville. It's not gonna catch me up because, like I said, I never took the age out. This is the relevance of the age, right? Because this is why we asked, why is there a difference with the 22-year-old versus 40-year-old? And then he used all of the other 4 examples, right? And I asked him, I said, if the 44-year-old doesn't have those examples as well, what's the difference? So I never took the age out. This is how the conversation went along. I'm gonna break it down one more time, Brownsville. We asked him, why is it such a demonizing thing for a man to deal with a 25-year-old woman if he's 45, right? And he says because of the 4 other examples in the dish. And I asked him if the woman, the fifth part of the dish, if she's the same age as him but doesn't have those 4 things, what's the difference? And then from there, he hasn't really been able to explain it other than that it's different.
Nobody want to old crow. Come on now.
But you gotta consider this, right? The age is very important because we're talking about predatory behavior. So that's why I wanted.
And I asked him what made it predatory, which was the 4 examples. So I said, okay, then he could be a predator to any woman that doesn't have those 4 examples. It doesn't have to stop at just because she's 25. If she doesn't have those 4 examples he's better than her in those 4 examples because that's what makes him a predator, then he could do that to the woman his age, a woman 2 years younger than him, a woman 5 years younger, a woman 10 years. It doesn't matter because that's what you would deem is a predator if he's better in those aspects.
The part that you are missing once they age are the same is not predatory.
Right.
And I don't understand for the life
so
of
he
me
can deal.
why
He
you
can
keep
deal
taking,
with a woman.
once you take
He's able to deal with a woman that's lesser than all those 4 aspects.
This is the part way that is mind-boggling to me. Is that once you say that they are the same age, he has all those other things, but they are the same age. I'm saying that it's not predatory.
Right.
Well, it's not predatory. It's not even predatory if he's dealing with a 25-year-old. It's not illegal. She's an autonomous being. I've heard these women say they can make their own decisions. They want 50-50. They can think for themselves. It's not a predatory decision if a 45-year-old
so
man
it wouldn't. Be.
See how you try to move it?
Sharon, let me ask you a question.
It's crazy to me.
No.
This is crazy.
You put this narrative on the action.
So you're saying that it would not be predatory behavior for Sharon to date his daughter's friend.
How old is his daughter's friend?
Same age as her.
Exactly. Is she 30 years old?
I don't know how old she is.
22. 20 years younger than Sharon.
Sharon's 42?
20 years younger than Sharon. So if Sharon started dating his daughter's friend, are you telling me that that's not predatory behavior?
If it was, is it because of his daughter's friend or is it because she's 22? I'm asking
way.
you, Brownsville.
Because she's his daughter's age.
No, it doesn't matter. No, if she's 22, she's a legal adult. She can make her own decision.
We're not
if
talking
she's
about
40 years old and she's 60.
Hold on. I'm confused. Why the fuck are we talking about legal? We're not talking about illegal. We talking about predatory.
Well,
what the fuck?
I talk to 22-year-olds and 23-year-old women and 24-year-old men and 25-year-old women, and for the most part, they tell us that they're autonomous being and they can make their own decision. And they're
They're not children.
They're
not children.
Hold on.
So
This is the
if they
part.
decide
Okay, hold on. Hold the fuck on. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm talking about predatory. You talking about legal? Those are two different conversations.
Well, I just told you. I know a bunch of younger women. If they decide to deal with an older man, that's up to them.
Nigga,
I know 24-year-old women right now that like they told me the other day she like dating older men.
Wait, hold on, Sway. You're talking about two totally different conversations.
No, I'm talking about predatory.
Hold on. We are not saying that they should not date. We don't care if they date. That is completely up to them. If a young woman want to date an older man for whatever her reason is, and vice versa, as long as it's legal, nobody really gives a fuck.
Cool.
Why are we talking about it then?
It's not predatory.
What the fuck are we talking about? For some reason, y'all not understanding my words, even though I'm very clear on my words, that if you are an older human being and you are targeting younger human beings that is 10 and 20 years younger on
your
purpose,
daughter's age.
On purpose. This is your
wife wasn't my daughter's age.
It's not because the problem is that y'all are talking.
My wife wasn't my daughter's age.
What the fuck? Am I talking or y'all don't?
No, he talking to me now. Come on, dude. If somebody 40 years old and the motherfucker 60 years old and not predatory, still 20 years old difference. You got a 60-year-old motherfucker and a 40-year-old. You saying a 60-year-old is predatory? I would say the 40-year-old is predatory.
If anybody's dating someone the age of their kids is predatory behavior. I don't care how old they are. If you're dating someone
I'll take
children, that's predatory behavior.
In your mind, right? In your mind, right?
So
it's
hold
your
on.
mind, right?
Let me also put the preference that I was saying, so this way y'all can understand what I'm saying.
May I speak, please?
Yes, you'll get us.
Please?
Yes, Trinidad. You go right. You could go right after me, Trinidad. You could go right after me, Trinidad.
You old, just dial long. If you old, just dial long. Get a fucking dog. Marry old crow. Nobody want old crows.
So here's
Nobody
the thing.
want them.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. If it just happens naturally, you was just in the same space and it just happened, cool. That's fine. Nobody had a agenda. But once you put an agenda on it, I'm going to only date at this age group because I could take advantage of them because I'm mentally, financially, and this and that. I've got all these attributes above them. That's when it becomes predatory. And I don't understand why we're not understanding what I'm saying, because I'm very clear in my words. Once you are targeting a certain group, that's when it becomes predatory. We're not talking about the nuances that happens once in a blue moon. Most people are not dating within 10 and 20 year age gaps. Most people are not going to the altar with 10 and 20 year age gap. Most people date within 3 to 6 years. That's the norm. So we're not going to act like this age gap shit is going to work. It doesn't work. Most people that age gap date, they wind up in divorce. They are the highest. They are one of the highest. They are one of the highest divorce rates. I want Trinidad T to go on because whenever I'm talking,
I want the numbers on that one.
Hey, Sharon,
we need Trinidad T to speak.
I need the numbers on that shit.
To prove your point, I'm sticking to the topic. Y'all are playing different things. To try to
okay, Sway, tell them about old niggas are dumb. So you can win dog at me.
Go ahead, Trinidad T.
Listen to the wisdom of a woman.
Oh shit.
Crow, come on, dude.
It's been like an hour. I think, Mr. Truth, I think you said it. Women can learn from men. I'm not talking from what y'all said. I came up here because women do want to learn from men. Are you not
said no.
Sharon
said no. He said no already. He said they want a dumbass man.
Right. And that's why I came up here, Mr. Sharon. I disagree with you. Women want to learn from men. If older women gonna hate me, I don't care. But no, seriously, like, how we know how to fill up our gas in our tank? Like simplicity things. Do the housework and stuff, grass work and all that. Men teach us, and the men guide us. So
all right, so Trinidad T. Trinidad. So what do a older woman learn from a younger man when she dates him? Zero. So this is why y'all don't even know what y'all be talking about. Y'all just be talking to be talking.
Young.
All right, so if you don't fucking know, then don't say like you act like you know.
Young guy?
No, he's wrong. It's a young wise man.
What I'm saying, what can you learn? What can you learn from? I'm saying, okay, Mr. Sway is on here, and I believe he's 28. What can I learn from Mr. Sway?
A lot.
I don't know.
You can learn not to drink.
Help me.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm
might-
saying.
Come on, man.
He can teach you how to put gas in your car.
So here's the problem. For some reason, I don't
No,
understand why.
He can teach me the
I don't know why y'all
basics
trying
of
to.
things,
I
but
don't know why y'all trying to be right.
But I already
don't
know
know why
how to
y'all
put gas in the car.
Jesus Christ. God damn it. Tourette's. Y'all got
Listen,
Tourette's.
I already know how to put gas in the car. What can Sway?
Shout out to American Negro with the $4.99. No harassment fee for crazy hoes. Shout out.
Come on,
to
man.
American
I'm gonna check. I'm
Negro.
protecting her. Today.
About to be a situation.
Shout out to MC Heavy Tips with the $3.99. I appreciate you. Shout out to Lamar Black Attack with the troll.
About to be a situation.
Lamar Black Attack trolling me today. God damn it. Shout out to Missy T with the 3 ball. Thank you so much. Shout out to Dakima Renee. We be crushing on you, Sharon. Yeah.
About to be a situation.
John the Analyst, CRK, Leonard Remix Roy is a clown, a bozo.
Damn, who is that?
Shout out to 7
They beefing in the
with
chat.
the super sticker. Shout out to you. Thank you. Make sure they're not the only ones supporting the stream. All the Max was 99 cents. So please, we got 135 watching. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I don't know why, for the life of me, we can't get to 100 likes. Please, let's get to 100 likes. And everybody send $1 single dollar bill. Make that shit rain so we can play.
About to be a situation.
So yes, so again, most people are dating within they mental range, age range, financial range. Most people are not looking for the smartest person in the room. They're looking for somebody they are compatible with, somebody they can have a conversation with, watch a TV with, enjoy vacation with. I don't know why we acting like all these men are these fucking supreme mental goddesses of their mind, and all the women is flocking to all these super nerds. That is not happening. The reason why this space is like this because nerds can't find fucking women, even though they so fucking smart.
That's the problem, though. Only in our community. If you're lame in our community, ain't this shit.
Disagree because
thank you, Lamar.
why y'all got sugar daddies? Wait, I disagree. Y'all got sugar daddies and sugar babies and all of that. So women
again, Trinidad.
Men,
so Trinidad, stick to the topic, baby girl. Stick to the topic. So what I'm saying is this. We know for a fact that women are not chasing after the most intelligent man. They are chasing the man that is tall, right? This is what we hear. He is tall. He looks good. He wins the genetic lottery. They don't give a fuck about his brain. I don't know why all of a sudden now we saying that all these women are choosing men because he's so smart. This is a lie. It's a fallacy. Just to try to prove a point, y'all try to act like these women are chasing after men with brains. Scientists are having serious problems finding dates. Come on. Let's be honest about this shit. Stop trying to be right just for no reason. Let's have some real thought process and have a conversation. Let's stop with the bullshit remedial rhetoric talking about women want men that are doing all these things better than women. And we know for a fact that most women and men, they are dating within their range. They usually find themselves in school. They usually find themselves within that range. They are not finding these men that are so much higher than them. Most people do not have this fucking hierarchy. It is not a bunch of men with women that are just fucking ice cream scoopers and he's a fucking CEO of a company. This is not happening. But in this conversation, we are acting like this shit happens on a day-to-day basis. And it's not.
Granville didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Scientists might be socially awkward, but that's the women.
I didn't say that. We didn't say that.
I didn't realize that you were saying that, but you was absolutely saying that. This is absolutely disingenuous at best. Trinidad T, if you're not going to stick to the topic, Trinidad T, don't just have to rest. Follow the
I'm sticking to the topic. I said scientists might be socially awkward.
God damn it. All right, welcome to the show, Aston Weems and PH Diva. Welcome to the stage.
Okay, but I was saying that.
Sharon, I thought women don't want men for their height. What happened to that? You
They
changed
don't.
with the wind, boy.
They do not. They are not looking for. Most of the time when we looking outside the street, average height dudes are finding themselves easily finding women.
You a goddamn lie. What's good,
It's not
Lamar?
a lie.
What's
I'm
good,
good.
Brownsville?
I'm good.
This
Hey,
is
take it easy
crazy.
on the panel, Shatner.
This is crazy to me. Go ahead, PhD. But what's your thoughts, girl?
So where do you all think women find smart men or the dirty men? Where would they find them?
On.
It worked.
At work?
Mm-hmm.
At the bookstore.
So if we look at to get those nerdy jobs, you typically have to have certain qualifications. If we look at the statistics for who is getting those qualifications, we'll notice that there is a dearth of Black people, period, particularly Black men, right? As someone who matriculated at an HBCU where you're going to find fairly large groups of Black men, I can tell you that plenty of girls came there with the mindset of, before I leave here, I'm going to get me one of these engineers because we had a good engineering program, or I'm going to get me one of these pharmacists because we had a great pharmacy program as well. And those men knew that. And so they already were, there were more women to them. And so they used that to their advantage, right? So they had 3, 4, 5 different girlfriends on different parts of the campus who, may or may not have known about each other. When they did find out about each other, they fighting over the nigga. And so don't say that these women aren't looking for smart men, because generally speaking, smart women are going to be looking for smart men. Now, as one of those women, arguably, I can tell you the smart men typically aren't really that smart, right? So they're like trained monkeys. They've been trained to do a certain thing that they may be good at. So I deal with a lot of engineers. Engineers really aren't very intelligent, right? I have a friend that I travel with who's an engineer, and the moronic shit that he says and does, I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Flabbergasted.
Right.
But sure.
And so they don't really have common sense like that. But so nevertheless, women are looking for those men, but those men know that, and they're going to use that to their advantage, which, I don't even have a problem with.
Sharon, we can't let PA Diva get away with that. She get all her facts from Netflix.
So what I'm saying is that the problem is that we all know that just because you have academia doesn't mean that you actually have intellect. Intellect and intelligence and academia, those are 3 different things, and we got to understand those are different. So PhD Diva is proving that just because you have academia intelligence doesn't mean that you actually have any intellect.
Doesn't mean it's not
that you are
attractive.
actually smart. It doesn't mean that you have great self-reflection. It doesn't mean that you can move out on these streets properly. So therefore, women, even if they have great education, they are not looking for the man that is the most smartest man in the fucking room. They are not looking for that. They are looking for companionship. Do I like this person aesthetically? And are we compatible? Do we like the same things? Most people don't even care about the value system. That's why so many people get divorced. That is the issue. People go with likes. Oh, we like to hike. Oh, we like the same field. Oh, we like the same movie. We like the same music. And that's where they get married. And then they realize that they're not compatible because they don't have no goddamn core values with each other. So stop with this bullshit, this remedial rhetoric that women are out here just looking for the smartest man possible. They are not. They don't give a fuck if he's smart or not.
Nobody said that.
I don't know about
yes,
that.
Y'all did.
I asked a lot of
no,
women
we didn't. We did not. Nobody said that.
With their men, right?
Nobody said that.
That's absolutely asinine. And so how does a woman determine who the smartest man in the room is?
Please.
Hey, PhD Diva.
Shut up, Ashton. You must have missed me. How does a woman determine? I know you did. How does a woman determine who the smartest man in the room is?
Lamar Black Attack. We was like we got to stop with the bullshit. People are choosing
Nobody said that. Nobody said.
What's your argument between?
I said nobody picking those guys. And PhD will confirm that.
Lamar, this is what the conversation started out. Men that have a 20-year age gap and have all these things over a woman, or a woman having all these things over men, those are predators because they are only dating within somebody that's 20 years younger than them. They are being predatory. That's what I said. And then
okay.
Go ahead.
In my argument, it depends on the age. If they 40 years old and the guy's 60 years old, then he's still 20 years older. I'm not pro age gapping. But I'm just saying that if she's 60 years old and nigga 80 years old, come on now. There is an age limit.
So here's a problem. Here's a problem with that argument is because most people in those age gaps are not even like it's not even worth the conversation. It's not even worth the conversation because it's not a bunch of 60-year-olds dating 40-year-olds in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
It's usually 50-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 40-years and 20-years. That is what we are having a conversation about. When you are 80 and 60, you are just looking for anybody that's willing to wipe your ass. Nobody gives a fuck about the 80s and 60-year-olds.
You don't know what PhD will want when she get that age.
But the smart guys shit, I said nobody want them. And PhD confirmed nobody want them. My name is Zachary. I can put my light bulb in backwards. Nobody want to hear that shit.
That goes against So that goes against everything that they were saying before. They were saying that women are looking for these men that are so much smarter than them. Women are not looking for men that are so much smarter than them for a man to come and teach them something. That's not what women they say. Oh, when you ask someone what are you looking for, she's not saying, oh, I want a man that teaches me. That's not what they say.
The other young lady said she needed a man to teach her how to put gas in her car.
I know, but that's a good guy gonna put gas in the car for his woman, right?
Yeah, he's gonna pump it like gasolina. That's
women are children. Y'all think women are babies? The children, they not. They very intelligent beings. They very intelligent beings.
So LA Project, do you go out there especially looking for what is it that you go looking for in a man? Because clearly these men are confused about what people are looking for. It's crazy to me. And then everybody talking to me like I'm the crazy one. I ain't the crazy one. Y'all don't want to see the reality. If
the woman choose that and you deny her,
I know both of y'all names got L in it, but I said LA Project.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what you're referring to, Sharon, is competency.
Yep.
At the very least, like the smartest, we can get there. We all know somebody, but it took my dad 10 years to get his finance degree from University of Maryland, but he did it. So it's not always like he had a child. No, he had a child.
Chill.
Yeah, no, my sister, they had my sister, and she was in a bad accident, unfortunately. So had to kind of segue and focus on being there for her. So goddamn. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of compromise that can be made as long as you're competent. Are you trying to move in the right direction? Because nobody is just made when they meet their mate, or we're all going to be married, getting married for the first time when we're 40. Keep it real. So at the very least, it's like, like they don't have to be the smartest person, because who is? I think smart people always know that they can learn something from somebody else in the room, and you never know who you're talking to. There might be people who look very inconspicuous, but you don't know who you're talking to. They could be the CEO of a company, and you're talking to them like they're stupid because they're being kind of introverted, huh?
LA Project. If you found out, you discovered that your dad was dating someone your age, would you look at him differently?
Personally, yes.
I know, but the dad's still busting nuts. It doesn't matter with her because her dad's still going to be married.
No. I want LA Project to answer. Why is that?
Because, like I said, for me, everything goes back to intent. Like, what do you have in common with her? Like, seriously, like, especially if me and my father my father's passed on, but if my father, wasn't spending equal time with me or acting like he enjoyed me, then what else could you be wanting this younger woman for? So it goes back to intent. So me personally, I would look at my father and be like, for real? Like, yeah.
All I got to say is that today
I show her respect, but
Only thing I got to say today, the cap was real. I think y'all was arguing just to argue. It was wild to me that y'all gonna say that somebody that is intentionally looking to date 20 years younger because they are using their experience over the other person is not predatory is crazy to me.
No, talking it is predatory. We heard you. If you're talking to somebody, yes, that's predatory. We're not arguing about that. We just on the
Lamar,
show.
you saying that now?
No, if you're talking to somebody, and I'm gonna get that young thing, that's predatory. Yes, but if that young thing talking to him, come on, you got to say yes.
So therefore, so now you agree with me, but that's when I was saying
targeting
earlier,
only targeting only.
What I'm saying is that when I was saying that they was all disagreeing with that, what that premise that we just agreed with, they was disagreeing with that.
Not talking.
Sharon, what's been going on over here? They were talking about you all night last night.
Who was talking about
all that? If
they were talking about you on my show all night last night.
Man, I didn't even know you had a show. You should have tagged me up. What they say? They said hopefully they called me a child of God.
They said you and Daryl broke up and
that's old news.
You've been on Ball of Eggs every day. What's going on, Sharon?
You have to go back there. Hey, women in the chat.
They talked about you the whole 8 hours.
Busting up. Let the old man get a little action, okay?
Hey, so
let him get a little action. Let him pay for it.
PhD, I'm ready for you. Come home now.
Old trick.
I got a spot open.
You ready for me to come home?
I got a spot for you. I see Sharon ain't using you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn. See, that's right, because I don't use my beautiful woman. That's right. We are all in this together. You feel me?
And I like intelligence.
PhD
I like PhD,
control the panel.
PhD, but you want me to use you?
You know what?
PhD, I got a new young tenderoni that control the panel, and I'm trying to get her to pull people down and mute them like as fast as you do.
Well, you too old, dude. You too old. You like 25 and shit. He's too old. You over the hill.
Oh man! Shout out to the 100 people that's watching. Make sure you're hitting the like button and share button. I appreciate everybody that do that. Thank you. We are almost on the 3-hour mark. Y'all know I like to do my shows at 3 hours, so I appreciate you. Maybe I'll come back later on today. I need to eat some lunch. I need to rejuvenate my goddamn self.
Oh, you doing two shows a day now, Sharon?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to keep the grind up, you know what I'm saying, and try to keep moving the conversation forward. So I need to eat something though. I need to eat some food, and then maybe I'll hop back on again.
Sim Nation gonna be on the next show.
Come on, no, that's over, dude.
What happened, Sharon? Tell me what happened, Sharon.
No, that's old. That's old news.
They were talking about you all night. I've been lost.
This is why young women don't like young men. This is why.
Since you want me to entertain it,
you got to get your cucumber and get your energy back.
Yeah, I gotta get my energy back.
What time need to be waiting on you, Sharon?
That's over.
I need to eat something, take a shit, shower, and shave. I don't know.
Lamar, your new host.
I don't have no plan for it. I'm just
no. I'm just trolling.
I'm just moving and shaking out here. You want me to come back and do a show?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back and do a show too, because I'm gonna review you. They're talking about you all night.
Ain't no real stuff. I'll play one on TV.
By the things that they said, 3 p.m. They saying 3 p.m. So the things that they said, what's your synopsis on what they say?
I don't know. You know, I've been gone for a week or so, Sharon. I ain't been over here.
What you got locked up?
I said the hell with y'all. Nah, after that whole the Black Dahlia shit, I said the hell with y'all. Then
Something happened with what happened? What happened with you and Black Dahlia?
You remember you let Black Dahlia come over here and talk her shit? You kept putting me on mute with your little peanut head ass.
You mean to tell me Black Dahlia was harassing somebody?
That was smart, Ashton.
Yeah, over here, motherfucker. You remember that shit? You remember you let her come over here and run your shit?
On my platform, Black Dahlia had a voice to say what she wanted to say. That is amazing to me.
We got love for them. We got love for all of them over there on that side. Even though
it's not reciprocated, it is all good.
I can't wait till I get 60. I'm giving me a young 40-year-old. I'm like, knock 3 times on this cylinder.
Well, you better
when I get 60, boy, the 40-year-olds better look out.
You better stock up on your goddamn Cialis pills now. You better start stocking up now.
Went crazy for a second.
Be ready for it.
Y'all are nuts.
Hey, good show.
Y'all are really nuts. Y'all know damn well that shit is predatory. I don't know why they was trying to argue with it. I
Every
don't
time
know.
60. I'm hitting that.
I think I cooked them, even though people try to act like I didn't. But
You didn't. You
if
lost
we
this
go
one.
by
Take that L.
we go by words, I took the L.
Talking to you you won that one, but all the other stuff you just took an L on that one. You just saying some all crazy. Women want men dumber than them. No women want a dumbass motherfucker. Come on, dude.
So what if that's not the
dumbass janitor with two dumbass kids?
Hold on, listen. So hold on. If that's the case, how do Ashton find women today?
Oh, I'm out.
What?
Good night, y'all. Damn. Good night, Brownsville. I told you Redeemer's okay, so you just got to learn. You look young too. I bet you get a little 20-year-old. Pause. I'm out.
Yeah, man. You know, peace and love to everybody. Listen, don't date someone that's the same age as your kids, okay? Because that's predatory behavior. Okay, you heard it. Don't listen to these jive turkeys on this internet that say it's okay. It's not okay. Dating your age, bro.
Well, we had a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Make sure you hit a like button on the way out if you didn't hit it already. Make sure you drop a comment, drop some airplanes in the sky as well, because you know we are building this plane as we fly. Make sure you say something after the show's over because it helps with the algorithm. I thank everybody that donated a single dollar bill, a like, a share, a PayPal, a super sticker. I thank y'all so much for showing me some love. Thank you, and maybe we'll be on again. We'll see. Maybe we get LA to cam up.
Oh, later on, I'll check on you.